All right, Little Evil Jen's Pulver. That's him. I'm TJ DeSantis. That's me. I'm going to press this button so people can see us. Here we are, live in Las Vegas. It's International Fight Week, and the watch-along has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
I'm golden, buddy. How you doing? What's up, everybody? How you doing out there? UFC FIGHT PASS, YouTube. You know I missed you. You know I loved you. You know what I mean? I know we got some kids, we got some Twitch, UFC FIGHT PASS Facebook.
What happened? Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, damn, it's over my head. Sorry, I didn't want people to hear me before, so I had it. What's up, everybody? How you doing? You know what it is? This is like when I have the mute button and I start talking, I nobody can hear what the hell I'm saying. Somehow I managed to mess things up.
I'm in charge of the audio, and I'm like, it's not working.
Yes! My fault.
That's
fault,
all right.
buddy.
We did it.
Anyways,
We're
I was
here.
saying, what's up, Fight Pass? How you doing, everybody? What's going on YouTube? Love you. Appreciate you. We're back. We're here. And, yeah, we've got, it's been man, if I don't have the mute button pushed, then it's out it. You know, we got, it's been a heck of a week so far.
It has been. It has. By the way, if you want to say some unsavory things, just pull that lever back, and then no one will hear your unsavory
There'll
things.
be nothing unsavory.
Okay,
I'm
good.
so used to doing this, but they know.
All right.
I'm good.
All right.
It's just the mute button and me, and now it's the mic up and down.
You know,
I'll mess that up.
these things happen.
Yeah.
So I've already seen some fights. We've been hanging out. I've been dealing with some technical issues, all ironed out. And now we're marching one more prelim before we get to the main card pay-per-view.
Oh, I'm telling you. By the way, chat, Jacoby! Jacoby! So, yeah, I heard.
You don't know about his post-fight interview, do you?
Nope, don't know anything about it.
All he did was scream, "Joe Rogan! Joe Rogan!"
Will that work?
Yeah.
You think it'll work?
I mean, I thought it worked.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out in a week or two if he's on and hanging out and stuff like that. Then we're in. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a fun time. Like I said, we've been here a couple extra days. I got all the wrestlers. It's cool. They're behind me a little bit, but yeah. So they've had the experience of a lifetime. I think we got to do that was cool. Yesterday, interviewing people, Media Row. I was a blast. It was weird because I'm in that chair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm in the chair that's getting but now I'm doing I'm learning how to interview. I'm learning how to be a commentator-ish. I really am enjoying this role.
Wait a second.
Being on this, being on this, on this side of the.
Are you in charge of the well-being of children right now? Like you said, you got your kids.
Yeah, my
here,
babies are right back there.
Really?
But they're old enough. You know what I mean? They're my high school wrestling team are right there, and they're taking care of their babies. Their parents are right there, and so we're good. But they want to be next to me.
I was like, the inmates are running the asylum now.
Yeah, take the kids to work day. You know what I mean?
I like that.
It was the International Fight Week.
Do they love it?
Hey, you guys liking this over there? You guys been having fun? You guys enjoying yourselves? Yeah, they're saying yes. Probably because I'm scaring them, I guess. But I don't know.
UFC X this morning and afternoon, and now the watch along, and we got the chat up. I'm going to try to keep an eye on it. You said you're too old to see.
My eyes are like, you know what I'm saying, but I say, Kosuro, hey, Korosu, how you doing? And then I'll try to see. Chat is small, so I'm going to have a hard time. But you know me, normally I can see it, but you got it. Whenever you see the questions.
Right, yeah.
See this? I like it when me and TJ get to do this. We might have a possible Forrest sighting, maybe, or is that you should have said that, gents. Maybe. If not, it is. I still got TJ. This I love this, so I'm good.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's the best job in the world, if you will.
It's 100% the best job in the world, especially doing it. It's like it's new. You know what I mean? The streaming side of it, obviously the headaches.
It happens.
The headache ball, because you know what happened to me the other day. So I was streaming it just as I was finishing. Somebody turned on the microwave upstairs. It clicked the fuse.
Oh, no.
Poosh, everything. I go, no. But luckily it was right at the end.
Right.
And then I had another day. So then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to shift some things around. And it did it again. Doosh. And I'm like, okay, something like, oh, it's me and electricity. So I've been telling everybody, hey, if it go out, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll get it fixed. You know what I mean? So ever since then, made some adjustments and everything should be fine. I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, but there's always an issue when you're doing it this way.
Well, it's time to get a generator, maybe, The world could go black, and then you could still just stream. No one would be able to watch.
Yeah, no one would be able to watch it, so
right.
There's no point in doing that. But,
You'd still
every now and then we get to do live. I would talk to well, no, because I'd have to have somebody. It'd be AK Snoo would be the only one stuck in there talking to me.
Yeah.
I got to have somebody in chat, otherwise we're in trouble.
Right, exactly.
Or I'm going to have to call you and we'll just talk on speakerphone for 6 hours.
That's how you know you're sane, because if you talk to yourself it's okay. It's when you answer yourself it's a problem.
Yeah, when I get to that level, we got issues, 100%.
Yeah.
Then I don't need anybody. I think I've seen a few out there on the street. That's exactly. They're having full-on conversations, waving. I think they're waving to themselves and something like that. If we get to that point,
right?
Yeah, then there might be some people correct.
I have talked to myself. I just don't answer back. That's why I'm normal still. Yeah.
I do. I used to do this.
Okay.
Jen's Pulver, Little Evil,
Ooh.
or Jen's Little Evil over here. Jen's is the scared little weenie, and Johnny, my middle name, is in the middle. Little Evil's over here, quit being a sissy, doing this, and I used to be like all the time. So I'd sit like this. I'm hearing voices. You know?
Who's on the show right now? Is this Jen's Pulver?
No,
or is this Little Evil?
No, they're all gone now. I pushed them all to the
That's
side.
good. Good for you.
But I do like it. It's always been my. It's one of those things, you know. People always bring up CTE or this or that. I'm like, you know, I don't know who I am right now. I'm talking. They're both in here talking.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. We got all the letters in our head. Why limit it to 3?
You know, as Rodriguez is getting ready, I was just bringing this up earlier, Chad. I don't know if y'all remember this, but I can't unsee that cut. When he won that fight, but the size of that cut, and I believe we interviewed him not too long after in this. It looks like it's healed up pretty good, but at the time, that was something.
That was like a Marvin Eastman cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And evidently, I got it, chat. I've been kind of messing with y'all, but this thing like here, I've been talking about it. Who do you got in the main event?
I mean, my head goes to Poirier.
Okay.
My heart goes Oliveira.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I can live with that. I've been firing everybody up. Evidently, there is a lot of Du Bronx fans.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of Du Bronx fans because they Pulver. I go, yeah, Topuria. They're like, what? I go, yeah, no, Topuria. Because remember, it's the quest.
Right.
And luckily, so I got the powers that be. They don't want to smack me in the face right now because at least they're understanding the quest. I want to see if Topuria can be a 3-weighter. If he can do the 3-time championship, as Gregory Rodriguez is getting ready to start this fight with Jack Hermansson, who do you have in this fight?
Oh, man. I'm going to go RoboCop, I think.
Yeah.
I like RoboCop.
I think right off the bat, you see, like, again, how he has the hands up and he's getting ready to try to, you know, just here. You know that RoboCop could let a big right hand go at any time. And Hermansson, it just kind of, I don't know, a slow starter? Because, I mean, once he gets going, he gets going. But it just seems like he...
How do you battle that? How do you get a guy that maybe just doesn't get going until like the middle part of the second round?
You know, I wish I knew how to do it other than you just got to bite down and start throwing and just, get that blow out, get that first lung explosion and, just blow out the lungs real quick. And
do you think it's a cardio thing or a mental thing?
I think it's a mental thing, 100% mental thing. And again, the other thing is you got to make sure, because as you get older, that was literally my downfall, was sitting there and watching and waiting for that perfect opening. But it never comes. But as you're older, you don't pull that trigger. See, there you go. And then the combination comes back by Rodriguez. But that's where you just got to just start throwing. Just throw. Stop thinking too much.
Yeah, Rodriguez had a nice combination a moment ago.
And that's that slapping lead hook on the return by Hermansson, where Rodriguez got to make sure he goes in jabbing, especially if he's throwing that right hand, make sure that it's coming straight back, set it down so he don't get clocked to the lead hook. But we'll have to dial that down. I like that, though. Rodriguez trying to pressure forward. At least Hermansson's getting after it a little bit.
Message to my producer, Frankie, here. I don't have my phone. I don't know where it is. I'm not going to look for it. So if you need something, you're going to have to shout me out. Oh, it's right there.
And then he picks it up and hands it right to him.
He's such a stud.
That's
Frankie.
powerhouse. That's powerhouse.
Oh, really? Okay, so is it win-loss over and over again?
Who's that?
Is that Rodriguez?
Hermansson.
Hermansson.
So he's up, down,
wins
up,
one,
down.
lose one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, and what did he do his last fight?
He won or lost? Okay, so he's going to lose this fight according to the trend.
Yeah, so if he's trending, then RoboCop gets it done.
See if we can get some live odds over here from courtesy of our friends over at DraftKings.
We'll have to find out with DraftKings. But see, hey, you know what's funny? Look, this is how aggressively I talk. My watch thinks I'm working out and just kicked on. This is how aggressive I talk. It does it all the time. The smart watch goes off thinking I'm doing a workout because I get all active, messing with chat, stuff like that, and then the watch is running. So, If it tells me I got 12 miles in, this is why.
No matter how many personalities you have, you only have one blood pressure. Let's try to keep it.
One blood pressure, yeah.
Try to keep it down.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But 2 shots in every can, and that's still waiting and understanding. I thought this might have been the time that there could have been a Monaco tall boy and maybe had 4 shots in there, but once again, we'll figure that part out. But again, I like this. Not really the fastest first round in the world, but I do like kind of that feeling out process. The calf kick by Hermansson.
Hermansson, the plus 160 underdog.
Yeah. All right.
So the odds makers are on board with that win-loss, being that he's due for a loss.
You almost have to do it the way that it's been kind of.
It's weird how that works, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you shouldn't really follow trends and patterns like that all the time, but sometimes they make sense.
But he tries to rip an uppercut left hook right there on Rodriguez. He's going to start pushing forward a little bit. Try to get that right left. Then Hermansson comes back with the combos. I like that. Going to try to level change for a second. By the way, Tracy Cortez, congratulations. What a fight.
Yeah, she looked phenomenal.
Yeah, she did. Araujo just looked lost.
Rodriguez pretty lumped up here.
Yeah, and that's that's the other thing is it's deceptive. Hermansson he really is deceptive. Like he's moving backwards, but again, he's hitting with the jab. Rodriguez is trying to move forward, but see, Hermansson's constantly countering and catching him with shots on his way out. So it looks like Rodriguez, but look at him. Then he hits a left hand and sends him right to sleep. Oh, right when I was just trying to.
Wow. You know what's funny? Rodriguez, he's going to be the one that looks like he lost the fight.
That's what I was right in the middle of saying, I go, right when he springs forward and lands a combo, Hermansson fires right back.
Hermansson's out,
but he's
eyes
out.
open.
He's out,
yeah.
eyes open, stiff as a board. What a shot. But look at him. He's all carved up at this point. He looks like he was just destroyed, but he put together the combination.
Wow. That was insane.
Wow, but look at him. I mean, he is just chewed up.
Yeah. Oh, Hermansson's still out.
You know, it goes back to a la Tank Abbott back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
When the other guy's getting his hands raised and he's just, they're holding him up, keeping him stable. You know what I'm saying? Doing all that stuff.
Look at this replay.
Yo, man.
Boom.
Boom, the big left hand. And that was all she wrote. Then, especially the way that head bounced off the canvas. And then the right hand of stiffened him up. So we had a left hook, put him back. Boom, the head bounced.
And he's out bad.
Yeah, but then
the right hammer
the
fist.
Right hand.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do until the referee stops you. But
I mean, you got to do it. He was trying to move in. He was trying to grab, but he was in mid.
Yeah.
He was in mid hammer. Mid hammer.
Yeah. Once you start it, you really can't stop it.
Oh no! Hey, like I said, it's hard to turn it off. Whew. You need a couple of seconds. You know what I'm saying?
What a way to finish the prelims. My goodness.
Yeah, and it gives you time. And it gives us time to kind of catch up, think about what's happened, have a moment.
Yeah.
Dang.
Jack Hermansson needs more than a moment. My goodness, that was tough. That was tough.
He sticks with the. He sticks with it in a violent fashion.
Yeah, that one's a tough one.
Up, down. He keeps the. I wouldn't call it a streak, but it kind of is.
Yeah, the trend. The trend.
Stays, there it is.
Yeah.
I was lost.
That's what I'm here for.
I was lost on the word. The trend. He keeps the trend alive, but in a violent way. But again, look at man. Rodriguez, RoboCop is literally he's bleeding everywhere. And that was the issue. Like I said, he would initiate the combination, but Hermansson would come right back, boom, boom, boom. And that's why he was damaging him so bad.
Yeah.
But then it's that one left hook and then it really would stiffen him up, way he hit the canvas, and then that hammer fist waiting for him.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the way he went down, hit the back of his head, and then Rodriguez followed up with that right hammer fist, and they're still tending to him. Man, what a win for
That's a
Rodriguez.
Big win. Big win.
Yeah.
Look at Hermansson's I think they're just now sitting him up.
Yeah, just now getting up.
Oh, man. Whew. Yep, he's up. He's going to try to figure it out.
Yeah, that was a crazy knockout. That was one of the more scary knockouts I've seen in a minute.
Stiffen up like that. Again, you worry about kind of when you hit your head on the canvas, but then there was that right hand right after. And then, I mean, he's all cut up. It's crazy.
he's getting stitches tonight for sure.
Yeah, he'll smile with every one of them.
Absolutely.
He won. Those stitches feel so much better.
He's in line for a performance of the night bonus too.
I'm giving him the knockout. You got it.
Yeah, that hammer fist. Whew.
Wow.
I mean,
unbelievable.
Rodriguez looks like he's crying tears right now. He's so cut up.
But he is on that right side, that right eye. And then he just got it dripping down on both sides of the forehead. You need some hair. You know, I'm not saying he does or doesn't, but I think hair would at least keep it up there and kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the way that he's dripping, it just, see, that just, having it bald like, it's just, man.
Is it a choice? That's what I want to know.
I don't think it's a choice. I don't know. But you see how it's literally running down both sides.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So Frankie just asked how much Rodriguez weighs. Fight was at middleweight. This
fight time, he's got to be 205 pounds.
Oh, he's north of light heavyweight. Like, he's a heavyweight fighting at middleweight. He's the most intimidating dude, too, like, structurally. Like, how does he weigh in at 185 and then fight?
It goes, when you have no fat, you just got, you know what I mean? You just sweat it off and burn it off real quick. Get down nice and skinny, take out all of your water, make the weight, and blow back up to the best of your ability. You got to be a little
cut underneath that right eye.
I'm telling you, that right eye, it looks like there's two of them.
Yeah.
Because he's got one on the left eye and it's not bleeding anymore.
Man.
He's got like two on that side, too. And I still can't unsee the eye in between right here above the nose.
Poor Jack Hermansson. I mean, how much do you got to beat a guy up to still lose a fight?
Yeah.
You know?
And that's it. Like right here, he just comes in, fainted, boom. Eats that left hook, good level change, came up, fired right to the belly hole, come up, look at that, right down low, or at least he steered it. And that other hand, he's backing up and just boom, right on the top.
You're right, though. Hermansson was trying to, like, pay more attention to that body shot than anything. And
well, it was that lead hook, but I think he kind of, he thought about, remember, I was just talking about that, that's kind of what his thing is when he throws that jab, he'll check right over the top of that hook, but it was like, whoa, it moved halfway down, boom. Gregory stepped in and figured he was going to throw a second shot.
Oh, man. What a way to kick off our night here on the watch-along, Gents Pulver.
That's how it goes. I'm in. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Kick and Twitch and UFC Fight Pass Facebook.
We're
UFC
everywhere.
Fight Pass YouTube. It's
UFC's everywhere this weekend here. International Fight Week.
It's been quite insane.
Yeah. Look at the chat
Everyone's
here.
worst nightmare. What's up, everybody? I'm leaning in a little bit so I can see it. He's got it so small. If he opened up the words. How do I make it bigger? How do you make the words a little bigger, AK? Type it in there. How do you make it like?
I might be able to make it bigger.
Times 250 or something. There's got to be a way to make chat bigger because I know not everybody has eagle-like vision to be able to.
I mean, I don't. I wear glasses and I still can't see it. So I got that going for me.
Oh, I love it. I love it, though. It's good because otherwise I'll pay way too much attention.
All right, see if I do this. Text size, look at that.
All right, got Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie! All right.
Go like that.
All right.
That didn't make it any bigger. I tried.
It's all good. Wait, who did that? Oh, AK Sue, Control Plus, scroll up.
On a Mac? I don't know.
Oh, on a Mac?
Yeah.
We're Macking. So we got the Mac.
I have a Mac, Jens. I don't know how to use it.
I understand.
These things happen.
I have an AK Snoop, so I don't know how to use any of it.
I need one of those.
I know. He's in the chat. Look. See, he can't help you on the Mac. That's a whole nother ordeal.
Because I'm like a scroll up. I don't even know if I know what that means. Scroll up. Go like this. We're here at Tom's Watch Bar.
Tom's Watch Bar. I like this place. It was kind of cool walking up on the street and be able to see a Tom's Watch Bar and boom. Maybe you might pull the chat off of the. I know Stu does that. He pulls the chat off into something, and then it's. He's wild though.
I'm not quite an AK Stu, unfortunately.
No, no, man. You TJ. Don't worry. That's good.
Pop out chat.
Pop out chat.
What's that do?
You might be able to
make it bigger.
Then you might be able to make it.
But it's still small.
But somehow you got to make the font. Increasing the
There's like
font.
a settings button here. Let's try that. Welcome to TJ DeSantis and Jens Pulver Try to Use the Internet. Here live on all the platforms.
That's right. Commodore 64, baby. We're coming a long way.
That was a little before my time.
I could ask some of these youngsters. They might know how to make the font bigger on the chat. How you doing, buddy? We're trying to figure out how to make the the chat just a little bigger on YouTube. We popped it out. We just got it, the words.
I can open in Chrome browser. I don't know.
I love it.
We tried.
AK's looking. Yeah, you can pop out chat. We got the pop out Control Plus. Everybody DL's like Control Plus.
Control, let's see.
And a plus.
Plus. Where's the plus? There? There we go. Control plus. That's not helping me.
It's not helping.
Not helping.
It's wild. It's not helping.
Maybe command. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, there it is. Ah, command. Who said it? Oh, Jacob. I thought he said Commodore 64. Lay. Shh. Hey, but it was command.
Command, not control.
Now we got you. We're in.
That was a big victory.
Yes.
I feel pretty good about that.
Nice high five.
Thank you, sir.
I
appreciate it.
There you go. I like it. I like it. Now you guys are very easy to see. So remember, wherever you're at, I know you're watching on different platforms, but the one chat that we have up right now, UFC Fight Pass YouTube. UFC Fight Pass YouTube. Come over. We can see it. Boom. Yeah, what? Greeny Joey? It was a Mac. It was a Mac. So we've got some time, you know what I mean? Look, there it is, GQ Barbecue. Doesn't it just sound good? Shout out from San Antonio. Telling you. GQ Barbecue. Now there's one right there. Third highest takedown defense. I personally, Kai Carter France, nothing against him. I just don't think, you know what I mean? I just don't think Pantoja's just
he's good. I mean, fourth title defense for the Brazilian, I think.
Yeah,
tonight.
which that's weird because I didn't realize he's already done it 4 times, but I think you said the perfect thing.
Yeah.
It's the names. We need new names.
Yeah.
You know, we need new names because it kind of feels like it's been
well,
one fight.
Joshua Van Hope's become a new name tonight. We'll see what happens.
Joshua Van, the man. You know how much I love that kid.
Oh, yeah.
I love Josh.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
Do you like the quick turnaround for him? Because he
I
just
do.
got to fight.
When you're that damn young, I think it's exactly what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The messenger, Mac Noobs. Huh? But yeah, no, I like that when it comes to doing the, yes. I think when you're that young, 100. When you're a little, plus the way that he won the last one, keep that thing going, you know?
Right. I mean, back in the day, Jeremy Horn would fight twice in 45 minutes.
You have 100%. Well, we had tournaments and we would do it, but that's one thing. But if you, again, you could bounce right back and you're already going to be in great shape, you know? And as you get older, man, it takes a week just to recover from the stiffness of it all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I get sore watching fights, you know? It happens.
100. Wow.
All right.
You got me thinking because I'm telling you, I think like here recently I started jogging again. I'm like, I think I blew I blew my knee out.
Why are you jogging?
I need to jog. I got to get this off me. I want to be wrapped.
Don't jog. It's so hard on you.
I know, but it needs to be. I want to be a runner. I'm wrestling.
Well,
that's extra hard.
You're hanging out with
on
these
it,
wrestlers
you know?
all the time.
And that's why. They're all back here behind me, and they're my boys. And so I've got to be the one, you know what I mean, to get in there. Jacob, what? Yo, I appreciate you. It was wild. We had moments for sure.
Jason wants to know, Jens, how does Charles beat Ilya? What's the path to victory?
No, you know what? We were talking about that a little bit. And I think, again, keeping his distance, those teep kicks, things like that, and get Topuria to get aggressive. I don't know if he will, but that's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
Keep him at bay, keep him at range. Those elbows, he can step in. He can catch him coming in. But the idea is to get him to get overzealous and kind of really jump in and try to clinch.
Yep.
Normally he gets inside, he'll just start hitting with those hooks, and that's why I think he wins, because he's just, you know what I mean? He gets in and knocks him out with those power shots. But keep him at bay, teep kicks, and make him kind of, not a panic, but a frustration. Mm-hmm. And then Charles can catch you in a transition.
Right.
It'll be lights out.
Yeah, we were talking earlier to the Tackett's, William and Andrew Tackett.
Yes.
If you don't know.
Oh, I love these guys. Go ahead. Look, I'm rolling my...
Exactly, UFC BJJ.
The Tackett bros, they're tight.
They brought up the fact that Topuria could actually potentially submit Dubronx, similar to the way Islam did.
Did you? They were 100% saying they think Topuria's going to submit him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To me, it was, but it was making sense. Oh, man, chat, I wish if you were watching, we did some Pictionary earlier. Oh, man. I almost wish I saved the drawings.
You should have.
We nailed it, though. They got every one of them.
You did really well.
They got every one of them.
You were all like, I'm not a very good artist.
I'm not a good artist. I was ass. But it was, they got it.
Yeah.
One of them was, the first one was ringworm.
Ringworm.
My ring. I tried to do the shine on the diamond with the ring. But if you think about it, the circle, and then I did the diamond, like a diamond ring.
Yeah.
Plus, and then I did a worm.
A little too big on the rock, I think, on the ring. You know,
Yeah,
maybe just...
well, I tried to put the shine on the sides, and it looked like what's coming off. Like, is it a fire? Or like, yeah, I kind of failed miserably at that
But
part.
they got it.
They got it quick.
You did good with Twister. That was pretty good.
Oh, Lord, the Twister. That's right. And then once they realized, oh, these are all jiu-jitsu grappling techniques. So then it was even easier. I liked who had the heel hook. What?
Andrew, I think.
Andrew had the heel hook.
Andrew the heel hook. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
See, like I said, I got to going again. My watch started back up, thinking I'm working out again because the hands.
That's good. I mean, you're gonna live forever because you're always working out.
I'm sitting in a chair. Like they even say, the worst time to do it is when you're sitting in a chair all the time. You know, I'm in.
What do you think about Chael's sunglasses here? Or they're maybe not glasses. They're just like rose-colored prescription glasses. Like
I wear the yellow lenses and stuff like that for the blue. You know what I mean? But he looks like he's rolling blue blockers. Are those got a half tint?
Yeah, they're rose-colored. And you know, you see everything through rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
I don't wear sunglasses. I try to avoid the sun in general.
100%. 100%.
I'm an avid indoorsman.
I got it. Yo, Cortesue, thank you very much. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Sharing is caring. Ooh, so look at this right here. Felipe Lima, because I was going to say, and Peyton Talbott. Peyton is the underdog. Maybe are they thinking too soon? Get someone like him, or
you never know how an athlete is going to respond after they drop one. You know, and maybe that's the. I'm still high on Peyton Talbott. I think he's incredibly talented, a lot of upside, incredibly young. But I don't know. It feels to me like Lima minus 165 favorite. That's still kind of pick'em numbers to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like that if you're betting the favorite and you want to win more money. But I don't know. Don't be surprised if Peyton comes back in a big way. Oh, Money Moicano, speaking of money.
Yeah, no, that's another one for me. We're staying absolutely neutral because, again, Hanato was a watch-along partner a few times, love him to death. But Benil, that I'll never forget what he did, man. I was just long before the Hall of Fame induction stuff, just kind of minding my business. He just walked up today. You know, I just want to say thanks. You know, you're the godfather of this 155-pound division.
Wow.
And just what he said. And I was like, wow, man, it lifted up my spirits. It was something. So I couldn't believe he said it. I'm like, wow. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? And
hardcores now. Benil's already used to hardcore.
But it was just really cool that he took the time. But I love Money Moicano. He's, you know. Have
you shared the story about the shirt yet? You were showing me the video of the guy or the picture of the guy that was wearing a Jens Pulver shirt?
Oh, okay, chat. You're gonna roll. I've got this thing. So if at Jens Pulver on Instagram, I posted in stories. But I was walking back to Vidara, right? And I'm looking at this shirt. I'm going, why do I know that shirt? And I'm going, that's me. So I walk right up to him. Hey, and I've got my arm around him. Hey, and I go, how are you doing? And his wife's like, whoa, hey. And he goes, no, honey, it's okay. He's on the shirt. But awesome. I was like, I seen the shirt. I just went up and just said, this is my, I just started, I'm like, yeah. And he's like, he's the one that's on the shirt. And I'm like, oh, it was awesome. So then I had to film the whole thing, and we took a picture, stuff like that. It was cool.
To this day, that Punch-Out themed tap-out shirt that you had.
Oh, it's still my favorite.
It's my favorite.
You know, I want to take the theme and leave out the Punch-Out if I have to, but definitely I want that shirt back.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Pretty awesome.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, yeah. Now we got, you know, as I'm watching it right now, Royval, Joshua Van de Man. Royval, what do you think? I know we're talking about fast turnaround.
Yeah, it's a pick'em fight. I lean towards Joshua Van, and you know I like Brandon Royval. I like both these guys. They're really nice human beings, but I hate to say it, I kind of just want a different name. And Josh Van has been putting in the time. You know, former Fury FC champion. He's been shining on these prelims, getting closer and closer up the card, and now he finds himself on a main card and in the biggest fight of his life. I mean, he's, I think, number 11, taking on the number 1 ranked guy.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, credit to Royval for even taking this fight. He really has nothing to gain in this fight. I mean, if he turns away Josh Van, that is definitely a feather in his cap. But for Royval to take on a number 11 ranked guy when you're sitting in the number 1 spot, I mean,
that's a lot. That's a lot. That's big on short notice. That just means you want to fight and you got to love it.
Yeah.
And that's, no, Robert, nobody's sleeping on Royval. It's just, again, I like that quick turnaround, but to be able to do that, you just don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll take on anything, and that's what I love. You have to love that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I had a chance to talk to Joshua Van, and he's like, yeah, look, I have nothing to lose in this fight. And I think that's the right mindset.
It's
Go out
100%.
there, you either win or you learn, and no matter what, win, lose, or draw for Joshua Van, this is the best experience he could have. He's taking on essentially the number 1, guy besides the champion, and if he wins, he's going to be very, very interested.
Where does that shoot him? If he does, how he wins, it's got to put him right.
Yeah.
You got to bump everybody. He just jump straight up, and you know what I mean?
I mean, I think they're fighting for that number 1 contender spot. I don't know if Royval necessarily gets a title fight. If he wins, he would have to probably win, in my opinion, with some style points. But for Joshua Van, no, he gets his hand raised. He's looking at a title fight. Yeah,
like you said, the messenger, like that's the other thing is back-to-back events. I mean, when you're young, and we were talking about, me and TJ were talking about when you're young, that's absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
Jump in.
I mean, especially in mixed martial arts where it's much different than boxing. You can afford to drop some along the way,
Yeah. As long as you just put it together at the right time, you know what I mean? The right time to get after it.
You want to avoid losing 3 in a row.
That's a big one. Yeah.
DuBronc's arriving to the arena.
The minus 425 favorite on Topuria. Is everybody... Here's the thing that scares me about that. I don't know what they're saying because I can't hear them, but... It's kind of you're pissing him off a little bit.
100%.
And that's I'm getting a little more. Again, I'm loving the story of Topuria going after 3 belts and all that, but we're pissing off Oliveira, and my man is way too good.
Yeah.
Way too good, and he's way too good, and he's too much experience to piss him off.
It's hard to believe that he hasn't been in the UFC for 20 years. Oliveira's been in there for so long, 2 different weight classes. I think he's 35 years old. He's 5 fights away from fight number 40 in his overall MMA career. And, I mean, again, my head says Ilya's going to win, but, dude, you can't ever really count out Oliveira. And when people start counting him out where he's a near 5-1 dog, that's when I think...
look at Triple E over here. I'd put a couple hundred on it. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. If there's an underdog right now with a phenomenal chance to win.
Yeah.
What?
Here's your guy.
Jacoby!
Second round, rear naked choke for Jacoby Smith over Nico Price.
Oh, whatever happened here? McKinney wins by submission in 55 seconds.
Yeah.
What? This kid just finishes fights.
He's so long, and everyone talks about that in the striking, but he can wrap you up and wrap up your neck. The amount of guillotine choke, just unbelievable. Sub 1 minute, 55 seconds gets it done for Terrence McKinney. He's a problem.
Wow, McKinney, that's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah,
wow.
and Slava Claus, he held on to the last second.
Okay, this kid Delgado,
dude.
This combination right here, Chad, if you haven't seen this, I'm telling you what, when we watch this on Monday, recap, hopefully this is on the interview because he does. He hits him with the combination with the hook and then the knee right up the middle. Wow.
Yeah, these athletes are answering the call, getting some finishes
Boom,
here
big
on
knee.
the prelims.
Yeah, big knee. And that's one thing I was talking about. We were talking about that earlier about people like, oh, we're just going to watch the main card. Remember, I'm like, big mistake.
Oh, no.
Big mistake.
Well,
because the undercard is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, you come out here, especially if you're someone that travels from far to come to Vegas, be there for fight number 1.
Yeah.
You've already done all the work. Just walk into the arena, get there.
Oh, Smalls, McKinley, Hunt, TJ, yes. I was like, we got to help him, TJ. I was like, you're doing good. Don't lose too much damn weight, dang it.
You know. I still like fried cheese.
There you go.
So
got to do it.
I'm from the Midwest. Corn-fed at heart.
I love it. Kai Carter, I just don't, man. With Pantoja, 13 wins, tied for the most UFC flyweight history. I think he just has everything. He's just too, so maybe I can be shut up, taught a lesson, I don't know, but I just don't, I don't see it. But I cannot believe it's so worth betting on DuBronc's, you know what I mean?
I mean, also, too, a lot of hype is behind Ilya, undefeated. Everybody kind of falls in love with that while you can hold on to it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's the real deal. I mean, you got visions of him going up to 70 and fighting Islam and,
Now imagine the size of that. Imagine I can't get over when he pat him on his head and the size of Bronx.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what's what Topuria with these. Look at those combos on the inside. And again, what can he do? But 170, that's just oof. You know what I mean?
Was there ever a time when you were fighting at 55, and pretty much that was the only option for you in the UFC?
Yeah.
That you were like, I'm undersized for this weight class. Was there?
Yeah, it was Gomi over in Japan.
Okay.
When I literally weighed 158 pounds, I got in the fight was at 160. And I was literally eating a sandwich, going, I'm just too small for this. And he's been cutting weight all night.
Right.
You know what I mean? Same thing with Sakurai. And I'm just watching these guys weigh. They're basically 70 pounders.
Yeah.
They cut hard, and I'm just sitting there eating a sandwich at 158. Can't even get to 160. I'm like, yeah. Whatever.
I love when Eve Edwards used to weigh in. He'd weigh in like eating a sandwich.
Just to prove a point. Like, here I am, you know, and I get it. And that's, you know, the 10-minute round and the jet lag, those two things, that was a crusher. That was tough, you know. But
I don't know how you deal with that jet lag. I went to Hawaii, which is only 3 hours.
But it's worse.
It's still weird.
Yeah.
It messes with you.
AB, what? Jen's been working on his shoulder? Yeah. Jen's is 189 pounds. I gotta bring it down a little bit.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, no. I've been lifting a lot.
I'm 4 pounds heavier than you right now.
I've been lifting a lot.
I feel pretty good about that.
I'm gonna go on I'm starting a new diet when I get home. It's gonna be wild. I'm gonna go 24-hour fast, 18, 18, 18, 24, and then the weekends are off.
All right.
I want to try it. I want to see if I can. I want to do this. Basically, one meal a day on 3 days out of, you know what I mean, and 2 24-hour fasts. I want to see what happens.
Now
Get me into some kind of routine, you know?
Now we're watching baseball here at Tom's Watch Bar. Hopefully we get that sorted out.
Yeah, why are we? Oh, because it's going to start in a second, I hope, right?
They got to press buttons.
Buttons need to be pushed. Jens is scared. I know, but we're going to talk. You know, I'm going to talk smack regardless. What is this? No, I'm just kidding.
You're allowed to talk smack. If I talk smack, I'm going to get smacked.
I got you. I know. You know. Hey, typical. What up, man? How you doing? 30 pounds of scar. I don't have no scar tissue. What? I'm just naturally
I'll tell you who does have scar tissue. Gregory Rodriguez has scar tissue.
He's got a bun of it. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah. The messenger? A good old Bologna sandwich? Was
it Nick Diaz that had to have scar tissue removed from his brows? I think he actually had surgery to remove.
He almost would have to. You know what I mean? He would have to, because he would start bleeding just sweating.
Yeah.
He'd start sweating and it would soften up to the point that it popped open a little bit.
I mean, I feel like some athletes, maybe because they're pale, they start bleeding when they start hitting pads in the back sometimes. You know what I mean?
The messenger, I own 5 other. Well, you can pass one to this kid. I'm a Ford Edge.
Why do you need 5 Lambos?
Why do you need 5?
Get
one
the Hall
day,
of Famer
one a week. One a week, I suppose, or something.
I suppose. Sounds like expensive insurance.
I'm telling you. I got to drive one every day, you know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool. I guess you live that life. There's my Sunday car, Monday car, Tuesday car. I'm in.
I'm buying a car next week.
2 innings pitched, most in a game since August 9th, 2023.
I thought you were going to say 2 shots in every can. I'm like, it's not even on, James.
Yeah, I know.
It's not even on.
I love it. 2 shots in every can, you know what I mean? But now we're watching some things over here. But look at this part.
Oh, yeah.
Right here. Look at the size of him. I'm very worried about just that part. He patted him on the top of his head for shits and giggles.
And that's just the height, too. I mean, obviously, the wingspan, much different, but also the reach in the legs, too. That's going to be very interesting. I'm curious if Bronx is able to get that leg kicking attack going early.
We're going to find out.
Yeah?
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. He teeps him right in the chest, and this is Sparta. Knocks him on his butt, you know.
Do you remember Pat Smith back in the day? He had that huge teep kick in, like, UFC 7 or something like that?
Ironically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we were just watching. I think, like I said, we just finished 17, so it wasn't that long ago we were watching those. And, he's like he chased after and just kept in the air. And then I was like, get out of here. That was awesome. Kai caught a France.
It should be noted that Kai and Pantoja did fight earlier in their career. It was on the Ultimate Fighter, went the distance. It was only a 2-round fight, though. So they're afforded a little bit more than that.
Hold on,
tonight.
AK. What? You almost got some Dave's Hot Chicken the other day in Vegas just because B-Mac and Jen's talking about it a few shows ago. I think Jen's needs a sponsorship. Dude,
The man's right. The man's correct.
Dave's Hot Chicken is quite incredible, you know.
I've had it since then, since we talked about it. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good.
I'm telling you.
The problem is there's one right next to my house. And if I drive
you gotta
by
earn it.
I'm going to be
gotta
heavyweight
earn it.
again,
You gotta jog to it. You know what I mean? You gotta earn it. That's the number one thing about it. But 100%. The champion who trains like a challenger for title defense, fueled by hunger, not entitlement. That is true. It's wild that this is his 4th defense. I can't.
Yeah. It feels like he just won the belt like 2 months ago.
Yeah, literally. Literally.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, look at Robert Wood. I want to see Kai. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Wait, let me look. What you got right off the bat? Is it? Who's our first fight? Is
let's see here.
okay, no, it's Peyton Talbott and Lima. Then we've got Darius, Moicano. And then that's the other thing. Joshua Van taking on short notice and stepping up to be he's the 3rd fight on the the main card.
Yeah.
That's quite impressive.
It's a big one. International Fight Week, no less, as well. And I feel like, while for maybe the athletes it feels just like another fight week, it is not another fight week here in Las Vegas.
Never. Not even close. It's been so much fun going around. Like I said, I got to do interviews.
Yeah.
That was fun being the interviewer.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I had a blast. I had a lot of sitting down. That was so cool.
I mean,
I got to meet Protest. Okay, and there was a point. I couldn't help myself. Chat, you're gonna love me. You're gonna love me. Because how bad I picked Protest to beat. I want him to win.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to win his last fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, what happened?
Right.
You sat back and kind of watched.
Yeah.
You watched it. I almost lectured him just a little bit. I go, you're a killer. You're a damn savage. Why'd you do? Why'd you stop?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Why did you? You should have heard him. That's what I was expecting you to smash Protest. I need Protest smash. You know what I mean?
And I think that's something for every fighter too. Is like, if you don't pull the trigger, you got to go home knowing you didn't pull the trigger. That's a tough one to swallow.
At you, knowing the damage that I go, you are a, and I go, a proverbial killer.
Yeah.
Like, why did you step back? And I go, I get it. Did you get hit clean? Something. What made you kind of step back and go, see, it thinks I'm working out again? But what made you think, like, it just, And I was like, but I'm a big, big fan of you. I really appreciate it. It was really cool to talk with him. It was funny, man.
Yeah. If you are on the fence about ever coming out here for an International Fight Week,
it's incredible.
Get off the fence.
Yeah.
Get over here because it's something else. I will say, though, make sure you get some energy drinks in you. I was dragging this morning, Jens.
Were you?
I never drink coffee. You got a coffee. Just talking to you finally got me going, but it was tough sledding this morning.
I couldn't even get coffee. The lines were too long. I had all kinds of things we were doing. We had to get over there at 9 o'clock.
To your credit, we tried to get an intern to get you coffee. You were having none of it.
Yeah.
Like, I will get my own damn coffee.
Yeah, I'll get my own. Oh, yeah, so then I did. When I finally got in there, I was able to get the coffee and do it like that. Now, that fight right there. Who's Diego Lopez fighting, chat? Where you at? I know. Grasso. Who's Diego Lopez's next fight? There he is. All right.
The Iceman.
There it is. Yep. See? Because that was another. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about John Silva. If you didn't see, as Talbott's getting ready to walk out, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but if you didn't see it, John Silva just came over. And he was like, hey, and I'm like, John, what's up, buddy? Then he sat down, we just started the interview, and he streams on Twitch. So
awesome.
We're going to game. He plays Call of Duty. He's a Twitch streamer. So I was telling AK, make sure we go follow him so I can get a hold of him, and we're going to game. That was my guy. I was like, yeah.
He had quite the train behind him of fans trying to get autographs and photos when he's walking around UFC X. Like, he's one of the bigger stars right now.
Yeah, everybody, they were going off, man. They were loving it.
What do you think about Peyton Talbott's style? Like, he's a very low-key individual, I would say.
I think like right here, he has moments. I don't know. He had a hard time dealing with adversity, I think, was it. And maybe this fight, it can change that, you know what I'm saying? But definitely when things are going his way, like you're watching right here, he's a heck. I mean, it's unbelievable. His fight with Howney, something like that. But that's the one thing is he just got to be careful of, You know what I'm saying? When things
Right.
aren't going your way, can you dig down? Can you change things up, make some adjustments, and come right back at it, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's interesting, though, if you were just around him, he'd be one of those guys, you know, at the bar, the last one that you would expect to get locked in the octagon and fight another trained assassin.
Very true.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty cool. I like him. I like him a lot. Now, there's John Silver. That's to get back to that John Silver, but I was watching, I'll get to Lima in a minute, but damn, that John Silver, I cannot, he was just killing me. I was having so much fun. It's so personal.
Yeah.
The guy, and he's such a monster in the cage. It goes back to what we were just talking about with Talbot. It's just, you just don't realize the way some of these guys, they're just horrifying in that cage.
When did you flip that proverbial switch? You know, to go from
I had to
Jens
flip
Lily.
it so my mind would shut up and stop talking about the what ifs, the what ifs,
Right.
the what ifs,
Yeah.
the what ifs. I finally had to flip that thing over and go, that's it. I'm gonna just kill everything in front of me because it won't shut up.
You know, there's so many things that go through a fighter's mind, and one of my favorite
Because I would
stories.
get mad at me. Why are you being such a little punk? You know?
Joe Lozon talks about going to the bathroom after his hands were wrapped, sitting down to go to the bathroom, number 2. And he's like, you have not thought about things like that until you're in a situation where, you know, I got to wipe, but I can't wash my hands, and I can't, you know, I got to make sure
I don't want to dirty up my gloves.
Right.
What happens if I get a little on it, and then I got to smell it. And
Yeah,
I come up this way, and I got doo-doo. You know?
I mean, just think about that. Yeah, I never put 2 and 2 together that he couldn't wash his hands if something did go wrong.
I get worried about the whole idea. That's why I make sure I don't eat. I can't stop peeing.
Right.
Because it's just, but then you realize, you know what? At this point, I'm just going to pee myself.
You were never a puker? You never
No,
that guy?
gosh, no. Yeah, look at Lima, 14-fight win streak, 5 first-round finishes, 4 wins by knockout, 3 by submission. Talbott is jumping in it.
Yeah, versatile, you know, with that finishing rate, 4 by KO, 4 or 3 by submission. That kind of goes back to our main event, too. Like, I know that Oliveira is the underdog, but I still don't know. Which poison do you pick? Do you try to stand with him? Do you dare take him to the ground? I don't know.
Well, we got to stand right off the bat to start setting things
true.
up so we can get to the clinch, to get to the takedown, to do, you know what I mean? I don't necessarily know if I would want to go right off the bat and jump straight in, you know what I mean?
I still can't get it out of my mind, though, that the Tackets think that Ilya, who may very well have an underrated ground game, might submit Dubronx. That's crazy.
The Tackets believe, yeah, that he's going to get submitted by Talbott.
They were right with everything else with Pictionary today, so I'm hard-pressed to go against them.
The Pictionary was...
Here comes Peyton
I was
Talbott.
talking about Pictionary earlier. It was crazy.
Did you ever play that, like, growing
Yeah,
up?
no, I did. That's, 100%.
Were you someone that was good with the pen, or were you more of a guesser?
That's why I'm better probably at guessing, trying to scribble. In my mind, I was a Picasso. I was writing it out, but the way it looked, it was horrible.
I know you're good with the pen because I bought your book.
There you go. I have moments.
I pre-ordered that thing at Barnes & Noble.
I can talk
20 years ago.
I can talk well, and someone else can write. You know
I think you were the first person that actually had a book in MMA, really, like about themselves.
Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe. That's weird.
Yeah.
I kind of like it, though.
I think it's the last book I read, too.
And now we're working on, the big thing I'm working on is this speech. It's going to be public speaking. You know, I'm getting into that public speaking
You're pretty
aspect.
good at that. You're pretty good at that.
But we're going to set it up. It's going to be like a hour and 20-minute show.
Oh, okay.
With things in the background and stuff as we're telling the
I like
story.
That.
Oh,
like a one-man show.
One-man show.
I like that.
I want to fill arenas and entertain everybody. You know what I mean?
I'll get the pre-sale on that as well.
Get out of it. I'll make sure you come check it out. Third fastest finished UFC bantamweight history with 19 seconds. Finished 8 of 9 wins, 7 knockouts. World UFC Contract Dana White Contender Series Season 7 with Mr. Peyton Talbott.
It's crazy how many Contender Series seasons there have been.
I know, and I can't wait for more, and I hope they go all year round.
They're talking about it. Like,
they need to.
I mean, the Contender Series, it's not a promotion, but it might as well be its own promotion.
Yeah.
And the fights, pound for pound, some of the best fights you're going to find in the business.
Yes, 100%. I'll tell you what, one of the things, too, is, we're going to run out. Oh, 2 shots in every can. Nice placement, Talbott. But right now, the plus 140 underdog, 5'10". Now, do we see this? Do you marinate on that? 5'10" against 5'6".
That's a big. but it's only.
Yeah, it's only a 2.5 inch reach advantage, but it's 5'10", 5'6", where that's going to come into play. The knee possibly trying to kick him in the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to kick him in the head could be an issue. Nice jacket from Mr. Buffer.
Black and blue.
All right, we are live. We are live. Here we go. My feet are getting tangled up a little bit.
These cables are a problem. Sorry.
No, you're golden. You're golden. Linda, how you do? How you do? See, that's what somebody was saying, Messenger. They're like, all right, we got to collect these.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got to have Jen's autograph them. And the drawings are horrible. The guillotine.
That was my idea, and I'm kind of mad that I didn't grab
The guillotine. That was the best.
It wouldn't have been the first artwork I picked up this week, by the way. I produced a show with Laura Senko and Sean Strickland.
Yo, I heard about this. Someone just mentioned that. So what, Sean, he painted your picture?
Yeah, so while they talk, basically they're supposed to paint a portrait of the other person.
Okay.
I can't show this on the stream. Let me show you what Sean Strickland's interpretation of Laura Senko looks like.
Everybody starts laughing, and somebody had mentioned it in chat already. So.
Not that one, not that one. Right there. You think I can get some money for that? Laura didn't want it, to say the least. I was like, all right, I'll take it.
Man.
I couldn't even give it away at UFC X. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe try to give it to a fan, but you might get arrested walking with that thing
How
around.
salty do you think he is? This is his first fight as an underdog.
You know, I guess that's a better question for you. Did you pay attention to the odds? Because I tried to explain the odds to the Tackets, and they didn't even understand what it meant.
I didn't really give two shits about people's opinions, except when it was my fight with BJ Penn the first time, and it was 8-1. That just kind of, that pissed me off. I'm like, I'm the champ, for crying out loud. Nah, it doesn't matter, dude. You're 8-1. 8-1.
All right, we are underway.
Yes. Now, that wider stance. See, that's the other thing. You think about that wider stance, and all of a sudden he's not 5'10". He's more, you know what I mean? He's dropping down a couple.
Right.
Oh,
ooh.
But Lima lets a right-handed judge. Peyton is playing the range game, and just, I mean, that he had to feel that, you know.
Well, I mean, if you know
just
the butterfly effect, you know, you swing a baseball bat, a hurricane happens, a couple of hurricanes are coming somebody's way with those misses.
And see, there when Peyton tries to close in, left hook, and then a knee up the pipe. But I like how Peyton is trying to be the one cutting him off, being the aggressor.
He's stalking for sure.
100. But it's, I mean, at what point is that? There you go, trying to land the right hand. But you know what Lima's going to do right there. He's got these counter shots.
Yeah, Talbott got clipped twice.
Oh, there's another right hand. He comes back with a left hook, and Talbott is not. Talbott, you got to fix this.
Yeah, the overhand right is coming from the toes of Lima. He's winding up on that thing.
And that's it. Now he's got to make that adjustment. Again, the way that he's throwing that jab. See, you guys got to be careful because he's got to snap it out, snap back there. He's going to, I always say it, 100% out, 200% back, quick on the return. You know, and now he's kind of looks like he's set into a groove a little bit, get in close. We're going to get that underhook, over-under position. See, I like that he's getting the head position more than anything else if he can.
Lima puts him into the fence.
From right here, this has got a favor. You know, he gets stuck in his position. Now he's going to try to drop down. We got to be careful giving him the underhook and trying to move off to the right side. But now we got that over-under lock for Lima. Not utilizing the size that much. But I do like it. I do like it. See this right here. I like, there you go. It spins off, circles back to the center. Lima needs that space. Oi, we got a spinning back kick by Lima. Let it happen. There he goes in for a leg kick. Caught by Lima. Takedown. Going to take the back of Talbott as he tries to stand up. He's going to be able to chip him to the floor. I don't know.
Fighting the hands there.
Dumps him, but it was a Granby roll by Talbott. Does a great job on the Granby. Now they're getting into a... What kind of tangled mess would this be?
I don't know.
Lima's still trying to spin down there for a knee bar, so Talbott's got to be careful. Now he swims in underneath that leg. There you go. Good job.
Like, that's not a position that
that's
happens
chaos.
a lot. Like, do you ever get those positions or try to drill from those positions?
Well, I do know that we do a lot of the scramble wrestling. There's always, everything's always, if the hips out to the side, you're always hitting that Granby roll and try to roll through it, and you're trying to roll with them and keep that scramble going. You did a good job. Talbott ends up on top and going to try to...
And in close fights, I think scrambles are almost the determining factor more often than not in judges' decisions and how they go.
See, he really wants his leg. He did a good job of catching, but Talbott does a great job of circling around. Good scramble inside the guard. This has been a good scramble so far.
Absolutely. I've always said I like my breakfast just like I like my MMA, scrambled.
My man. I like this. Lima's going to do a good job. Use the cage to get up. He's going to push on that head. And this, Talbot just kind of keeping him, again, keep that head in the pocket on the underhook side. I say it 1,000 times, but, you know, gets over to the other side. I like it. I like it.
Talbot went for a little shoulder shrug on the inside of the clinch.
See it, and right there, keeping that head in the pocket right in there. And started to chip to the other side. Lima goes for a chip.
That was nicely done.
That was really nice. He ends up getting in the guard. Have we seen Lima on top yet, or is this the first?
First time, I think.
Okay.
See what Talbot has here from the closed guard.
Curious if he knows how much time there is.
Yeah, and that's a great fact, too. You know, fight IQ, a lot of it is just time management and knowing when to go for that takedown, when to try to, you know, get a dominant position and ride it out, because judges have really short memories, I think. And if you end the round on top, that's how you steal rounds.
100%, you have to. And this is something Talbot's got to really think about this, and this plays into that. Yep. I got to at least be on my feet. I got to be at least in the middle of a scramble. I can't be on my back, or even worse, now he's got to give up his back a little bit, gets into that referee's position, hands and knees, and he's got to try to stand up from here.
With 30 seconds left, I'm trying to remember everything that happened in the round. And
that's exactly. How many times do they? So it's easily stolen based on what you do in those 30 seconds.
Yep.
There you go. Good elbow on the inside the clinch by Talbot. Lima got him pushed up against the fence. I like it. Getting that over under. I like it. Over under. See, how do you score this where they both finish kind of in a deadlock position?
Yeah.
Now the red judges might have to go back a little bit and remember more than the last 45 seconds.
And when I think about what did transpire, I remember Peyton Talbot getting a rock with a nice 1-2.
Yep. I remember those hands, and I'm thinking, dude, he's going to catch another one.
Yeah, if you're Peyton Talbot, I think you go back to your corner thinking, it was close, but you got to have the mindset of, like, I need to prove something in round number 2.
Yeah, 100%. I like with Tony Torres. Yeah, they're very talented. Very talented. That's what's awesome about it. The way, even with that size differential, they were scrapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then Real McCoy, what's that, gents? How's the wrestling coach going? Oh, it's going great. They're back here. I think we were just talking about that. I think right there. I think Lima with the punches.
Yep.
But Talbot made it close by getting back up at least. You know what I mean? Both of them doing a good job. But I think Lima's doing good. I like it. He's landing heavier shots. I'm waiting for him to catch him. If he catches him this next round with an overhand, I'm waiting. I'm hoping Talbot don't get popped with an overhand. Tabasco on eggs, yes or no? Yes.
No.
Absolutely yes.
Salt and pepper on eggs, and that's it. Maybe cheese.
What up, Scott, man? How you doing? Energy. It is contagious, but most people think it's like crackish, but it's not. It's all natural. It's all enjoyment, and it's all love, this energy that I have. I love this string. All right, here we go.
I might need to call you on Mondays when I'm dragging a little bit, Jens.
You should. You could jump in when we do the recap on Mondays.
There we go.
We're watching old UFCs. We could be doing the 18 or something like that whenever you want to jump in.
Yeah, call me when you get to the 40s through the 60s. That's my jam right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at this now. Oh, big 1-2 counter by Lima. Talbot was getting off a little bit when it comes to those shots. He was starting to throw some shots, but you know what I mean? Larry Crack-a-Monica. I don't have no. You know what I mean? Mike Maloof. What? Who's called? This is TJ. TJ DeSantis. This is the OG. This is my guy from the very beginning. We go so far back.
Robert Emerson.
Nobody out there is nothing. Yeah, I mean, this is my guy, dude. You want to remember how it was, how it is, and how it will be. TJ's the one you want to hang with.
I'm getting old, Jens. Memory's not as good.
I'm cracking 50 and still remembering things. As Peyton sitting inside, I like this in half guard, trying to work on that elbow. This isn't a spot where Lima wants to be. One, I already don't like that he's trying to hug onto that head. We got to pummel, and get inside and start creating some space. There you go.
Half butterfly here for Lima. Talbot stands back up.
There we go. There we go.
Back on the feet.
But see, I like Peyton is the one pushing forward. But we'll see what happens again. I worry about that Jurassic World. We got more Jurassic Worlds. these dinosaurs just keep getting rebirthed over and over and over,
when are we
don't
gonna get
they?
into Jurassic Universe, you know?
Good
this
Lord.
world over and over
They
again.
just keep bringing back these dinosaurs. I love it, though. Don't get me wrong. All right, Peyton walking him down. What is he? Is Lima starting to, is he trying to think? Is he kind of getting bullied a little bit by Talbot, stepping in, throwing that left hand?
Forward posture of Talbot, I think, is very visible here. But again, I mean, we've seen him throw that overhand right time and time again. It's just,
And then this, when he tried to go for a trip, completely denied, out-scrambled, and taken down by Talbot. Now he's inside that half guard. That's what I mean. It looks like he's almost taking desperation, desperation shot-ish right there, and Talbot's going to capitalize. He was able to get up. I'm just curious about, again, this is round 2. We're 2 minutes, 30 seconds in.
And I like half guard for Talbot here to try to make, dominate the position, land some ground and pound, and maybe get around back in this one.
Pushing on the leg right there, going to try to get that half guard back if he can get back up.
Yeah, I think the posture of Lima's changed quite a bit in this fight, in this round number 2. Talbot's starting to take over from top.
Yeah, he's having a good time in that half guard. Really starting to punish him for trying to, for being down to number 1, number 2. He stands up, going to let him get back up. This minute 58 is going to tie. You can't. No, you can't, Josh. What is something? They're talking about someone monitoring someone backstage, huh?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, someone was talking about. What were they saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't hear the fight, so we don't know if she's saying. Megan was saying something, I guess. Oh, we'll find
Hopefully
out.
everything's all right.
Oy, spinning back fist, the idea. Oh, there it is. But look at that jab and that spinning back by Talbot. I think the calmness and that straightforward movement of just throwing that jab by Talbot is starting to just work. Spinning back kick right on the belly button. I'm surprised Lima ate that the way he did. And that's the one thing is you can literally see Talbot's kind of starting to get into a groove here.
Yeah, he's feeling good. The confidence, I think, is growing.
Yeah.
About 70 seconds left here.
And that's where Lima needs to throw a big right hand and see if it lands. Trying to make his way around, moving side to side a little bit, but Talbot's just staying right in his face.
Can you recall an opponent ever throwing spinning stuff at you?
Good right hand, trying to spin.
Spin stuff, spinning?
I don't necessarily know if there was much, to be honest. I don't know if people really spun back then. I wasn't worried too much.
Carter did. That's about it.
I wasn't too worried about getting kicked in the calf or too much spinning. But then Lima was able to wrestle him to the floor, going to take the back again.
This is perfect
now with
time
30
right now.
seconds, this is a bad way to finish the round if you're Talbot. Let's try to fight those hands and get back up. You're going to go right over the top. Got him up too high unless we're going to do some kind of a Suliev choke. But he's got the nice. This is how you reverse it, get to that north-south by Talbot. That's how you take the round with 19 seconds left. Big, very big.
Yeah, Lima was in a good position to try to make a statement at the end of the round, and Talbot was able to just pull him out over the top. Got too high with that ride, and
now he jumps right into the mount. Now he just put an exclamation point on the dub for the round right there. GG.
That was exactly the round you wanted to see in response from Peyton Talbot.
100%.
I love fights, Jens Pulver. I really do. Just the best. We got a good one here.
I love, me, I love every single one of them. I love this chat. I love all of it. Oh, what up, Jay Smith? How you doing? That was a good round.
EB asks, is composure king in this sport?
I think it has a lot to do with it. I think it does a lot to do with it. Again, when you're on both sides, staying composed when you're excited and trying to keep in control and not losing, or staying composed when shit just isn't going your way, but don't let them know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, what's that old saying? 90% of it's mental?
Yeah, 100%. How significant are the strikes? If he just walks through them, doesn't matter. You're still scoring the points. It's still significant.
Yep.
You have to know it. I can promise you, any fighter getting punched, they're like, damn, that's a point. That's a point. They're not saying, owie, owie, that hurt. Damn it, that's a point. Because they always ask, did I win that round? That's like the first thing they say when the round is, did I win that? And I think he touched it too many times.
What was your mindset when you were either cornering or went to your corner? Did you want your corner to be harder on you, to be real with you?
Just truthful.
Yeah.
Let's just talk what we got to do, because I know that I'm not seeing a lot of things they are. That's the idea about having corners. Those are two sets of eyes that are coming out. Look at Talbot. Those two straight shots, but I like what Lima did, and he rocked off that right hand and tried to fire a hook, but Talbot didn't step in. He's utilizing that range really well right now. You see what I mean? He's just staying out there. sticking that jab out there and making this like we've already seen in the last round. Lima's struggling when he's trying to close that distance.
Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, nice kick to the inside leg of Talbott there by Lima.
For some reason, you look weird tonight, gents. I wasn't even sure that it was you. Huh? What? He goes, I guess it's because I got a lot of sunshine. I'm what we call tan right now. Oh, there's a lead hook right hand for Lima. Now Talbott, we don't want to get into a phone booth. You got to stay back, bounce in and out. Oh, we got a spinning back fist Lima. Too soon, too soon. But you see what I mean? I just like composure right here. Talbott's not getting too frustrated.
Yeah.
Walk it down, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Inside leg kick. There you go. There's that jab.
What's that?
With them. Throwing those hands out there. Look at it. Look at it. There we go. The single leg. Lift, 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 lift. Going to drive in. Can't get the double. Got him up against the fence. Drive it in. He can't switch it over because Talbott grabbed that one hand. Won't let him switch to a double. I like it. Take it up high. But he's, again, the balance of Talbot. Not happening. All that. Like, why are we shooting? There we go. We get the double. Talbot's going to try to hit the switch, but I think he already got on both legs. Going to make it tough. Locks up the leg irons.
Still a lot of time here. I mean, with the way these guys have gone back and forth, 3 minutes, a lot of time for both to work, but Lima in a good position here in a close fight.
He says locked on those legs, keeping that body and got to walk it up the right way. He wants to hit that switch and try to pull him over. If he can get it, there he goes. He hops off to the side. There you go.
So
Heavy on that leg, get him to give up the back and see if he can do it.
Do you go for broke here for your Talbot to give up the back, try to get back up?
Oh, he's working his way up. I mean, there's still plenty of time. He's got to just kind of fight the hands, stand up, get to here, and now start to fight. There's activity to break that, if he can break that lock.
Trying to get a Kimura?
I thought there was a Kimura situation, maybe a possible threat. But then again, right here, he's doing a good job lifting up that arm, and Silvich is not being able to get that double every time, lifts it up.
Yeah,
nice job. Talbot's back on his feet.
Yeah, back at space, just under 2.5 minutes.
Talbott walking at him, walking at him. Try to throw that jab, lead leg. See Lima moving back, trying to see, and I like Talbot's not over pursuing.
Right.
There's the lead hook, right hand, lead hook, good combo.
Stung him.
Good combo, Talbot. Lima gets that back up against the fence. He tries to land the jab right, just is not there right now. Nice jab again, just the composure of Talbot winning this round, generalship. Popping that jab, stand from, spinning back kick right on the back of the ear. Oh, but he ate it. Lima eats it.
I don't think it tasted good, though.
No, I don't think it did at all. He might come back up to haunt him. Then he tries to throw a kick, loses his balance, thought about a double leg, getting sprawled on out front. Keep that front headlock. Talbot spins around behind. Lima's going to roll forward. There we go. We're now in the half guard. Talbot could ride this out.
That's big for Talbot.
In a round like this, and this is where Lima's got to try to do a good job, and holding on to that head is not going to be the way to get up.
Steps over to mount.
Oh, we got a mount Talbot. And a smile.
Oh,
and now
yeah.
he's coming out the back, though. He's coming out the back.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, he popped up and smiled something. We got a figure four around the body.
But I think this is okay for Talbot. Well,
It just depends.
Yeah,
I mean,
Lima's
I think he's
gotta do
still in
something
offense.
here.
I think he's still offense.
Yeah, Lima's got to do something with that sort of position, and Talbot able to
reverse him. Look at that ripping body shot showing that he's in control. Again, the body shots easily winning this round. This is not where you want to be. Awkward reversal, no knee bar going to be there. Talbot lands a right hand, stands up.
Got to be careful about those up kicks.
Hey, big right hand. He's going to give up his back, all four. Talbot just out wrestling, out maneuvering. Nice job. 5 seconds left. Talbot!
There we go. Heck of a fight. Now the judge is going to tally their 10s and 9s. I mean, you can never feel confident, but I think Peyton Talbot should be going to his corner expecting to get his hand raised.
I 100%. 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Even if he gave up 1, there's no way that he gave up 2.
And it was a contentious first round as well. I mean, I think it's 29-28, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was somebody that said 30-27. Yeah,
I like it.
I don't think it's the right answer necessarily, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Boom, boom. There was a couple. Look at 2 shots in every can. I hear him yelling it. We got other people yelling it now. Oh, Annick's hollering it out there. Look at those colors. Look at that. You got all kinds of colors. 5 different cans with 2 shots in them. Just saying.
That's 10 shots. Not very good at math, but I figured that one out.
Huh, gents, what do you think about Ilya celebrating his victory before he even fought? Is he celebrating? Did he celebrate his victory before he fought?
I don't know about that, but that would be a mistake.
How do you celebrate your victory before you fight? By saying, I've won, I won, I won. I won the fight.
Isn't that just, you know, working on positivity and visioning it?
Visual.
Yeah.
Mindset,
right.
Manifest. I don't know, but I don't know with that. I don't know if he was celebrating. I'm not sure if he's expecting to. There's like you should be.
Right.
I love that. You know what I mean? 100%. Well, I'm not losing. I see myself winning every damn day I'm training. All right, let's see what the judges do. Oh. 29-28. All right, Peyton.
Right call there, 29-28. All 3 judges see it for Peyton Talbott. Big win for him and a pretty good fight.
Very good fight.
Curtain jerker there on the main card.
So he sat there and had a party last night, celebrated his victory for his win.
What does that mean?
I don't get it. Like, what kind of party? He had his people around? He was literally drinking shots. I'm the winner. I won. He had a congratulatory cake.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't
you
get
win.
It. Yeah. Winner! he had a mock 155-pound title already wrapped around his shoulder. I don't understand.
I've seen a lot of those replica belts this weekend.
100%.
You know?
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. What is the difference between confidence and severely delusional? Nothing.
Success.
Success. You know, success. I guess you have to wait and see.
Right.
It has to be proven first, but up until that point, until it happens.
They mentioned delusion, Jens. I think that's something you have to have as a fighter. You have to be somewhat delusional.
You have to be. You
look
have
at the
to
odds
think
and it's like you're 8-1 dog. You got to be
you
quote
can't
unquote
listen
delusional.
to what everybody else says. It has to be about you because you. Again, it goes back to, like I said, heart and conditioning. You know the hours that you put in those lonely hours when people aren't watching, when people aren't paying attention, and everybody's out there working their ass off, and they're out there running on their own, and they're having conversations with themselves. You have to be delusional. You have to think that everything is going my way. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
You know what I mean? At all.
Yeah, you're getting into a fist fight, and the last thing you can do is allow your own mind to get in the way.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's, and now, and especially, Patty the Batty has sold me on 1,000%. That belief is power. And there is a lot of power to that kind of belief. Because you just will deal with the dips so much faster and so much easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you even feel them at all. Conor McGregor's another one. For what he did, I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You mentioned Conor. I think
to fighting Jose Aldo, and what he did, he put a mind game on a guy who was a GOAT.
Yep.
Was like holding the belt for 12 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's
and
the thing
and he freaked him out.
I think Conor's done a lot of great things in the sport, but Conor did something that not a lot of people look at as one of his biggest strengths, and he lost well. When he lost, outside of the Poirier fight, the last one, I mean, Conor always rebounded well, but he accepted that, was very humble in defeat immediately. Oh, Merab, what a star.
Oh, Darius and the Money Show coming up in a minute. I 100% understand you have to be major confident and believe it into your heart, but sitting there having a party with your family and friends celebrating your victory the night before. But again, are you popping rails? Are you drinking? You know what I mean? Like, if you're just sitting there, trust me, I had a big, massive dinner with my family because, again, there are no promises.
Right.
That's why you should see the day. You should see the morning of after breakfast. when I'm giving everybody a hug and I'm in tears and I'm like, I hope, you know what I mean? I know everything's going to be good, but there's that what if. There's one left hand that hits the side of your temple and you don't ever wake up again, ever. So we would have that, you know what I mean? The night before, I made weight. We would all celebrate. It was a great time for everybody to come in, hang out, high five, you know, and do all that. Then the next day, it was time to get serious. I gave everybody a hug after, you know what I mean? We'd have breakfast and everything. And then I give everybody a hug, and now it's time, man. I'm going to go. It's kill. Like I said, the Diaz boys said, it's kill or be killed, man. We're about to find out. And that's how my mindset was. So, yeah, the night before, let's go. You know what I mean?
Let's take a look at those odds real quick again, because Talbott, he got the win, and it was an underdog win.
No.
Talbott plus 150 underdog, so he got it done, and that's exactly the way you would want a
That was awesome.
young man to rebound.
That was awesome.
I like it.
Joshua, who pops rails? Nobody. I would just say it like, what kind of party are we talking about? Was my man just popping rails and taking shots? Like,
I mean,
what was
that's the thing. Ilia Topuria does rub people the wrong way, I think, and it's because he's so confident. But again,
do you want him to sit there and be scared and not hang out with the family? Like,
no.
This is a memorable time, because here's one thing, and this is a fact, and I try to tell myself this over and over and over. It's like, don't think about the fight too soon, because otherwise you're going to miss all the fun.
Right.
Make sure you get out there and enjoy the whole week. I mean, we were talking about this week, dude. This is huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it'll all be gone before you know it.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's the one thing is you want to be able to accept it, love it, embrace it, take it in. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, everybody talks about how fast life goes. Well, you know, you spend the whole time just kind of bottled up, nervous and scared. Shoot. Look at Miramar, though. Look at the air station in San Diego. All right. Everybody getting down. So do we have, is it time, Darius and the Money Show?
It is. Taking a look at our top 12 lightweights right now. Moicano at 11. Benny at number 9.
I like it. I like it. It's a big fight for both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Darius has been around a long time, and you know I think that a lot of people were really high on Benny, and he's done some great things. To be in the UFC this long is not an easy task.
And you know, but he's just one of those things. No show, no glory. He's just a hard-working, just badass fighter.
Absolutely.
That just, you know, he's just a badass. I do love, you know. Better grappler, stronger. Boy, those are bold statements. Oh, Bunny, yeah, Messenger. Moicano's awesome. I love this dude.
He's probably gained the most fans on the mic in the last 2 or 3 years out of anybody that was like an established fighter.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You know what I mean?
Moicano wants money. I was at home with drinking beer and eating steaks. They give me the call. He was awesome. He was awesome on the mic, and it just goes to show you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to. It's what you say, like the before and the after. The fights are great too, but what you say after, much that we all know. Moicano wants money. There's no.
Look at Chael
everybody
Sonnen.
knows.
Look what Chael Sonnen did with his career. You know what I mean? He was a guy that, you know, was incredibly tough throughout his career, but he was not, I mean, I don't want to say Chael was necessarily a fan favorite to everybody. A lot of people didn't like Chael, but a lot of people didn't necessarily care about Chael for the first part of his career. And the latter half, you felt some kind of way about Chael Sonnen.
Yep. It got to the point where people were like, I just want to hear Jens' after speech because he gets all emotional. And you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, I don't care if he wins or loses. I just want to hear what he says. Yeah. It's after speech. Like, you know, it's like, you got to do it, man. What you say and how you carry yourself. Moicano making his way out. We all know. Everybody knows Moicano wants money.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This was the fight that was supposed to take place in January when Moicano got the call to take on Islam.
Oh,
is that
shoot.
Right?
Was that it? That was
so.
It because, this is Arman Sarukian's fault.
Correct.
That we had to wait this long.
Yeah. Yep.
That's right. That's right.
I do remember things.
You do? Hey, I've got it so bottled up there. That's why I have a chat. That's why I love chat, kind of getting me in there and getting out there. And speaking of chat, UFC Fight Pass Facebook, kick.com/UFC, Twitch.com/UFC. We don't see those chats. Make sure you make your way over to UFC Fight Pass YouTube. Join in the chat. and roundhouse that like button. And there's nothing wrong. Sharing is caring. Get it out there. Fourth largest top position percentage UFC lightweight history, 48.1%. 10 wins by submission. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. The number 11 money, Moicano. And it really is Jurassic World rebirth. How did we rebirth them? I thought we got rid of them all. Now we're rebirthing.
You know, modern technology.
Damn mosquitoes.
Yeah, it comes full circle. Would you like something to drink, Jens Pulver? You want a water or something?
I had a cup of water. Joy, my wife has her haircut from when we first got married. I just melted like butter. I had a cup. Oh, my God, you look beautiful. Hayden, which one is my cup? This one?
All right.
Evidently I found one.
Perfect.
Dang, Joy. Good Lord. She's so mad, I just called her out. She pips.
I'm just thinking I wish I could have a haircut.
I'm thinking, man, I just want to keep this thing at a number 2 for a while. This is like, man, it's hot.
Oh, I'm so jealous. So jealous.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, here he comes, though. Let's go, Darius.
I mean, I can't even have the gray hair like Benny does.
That always worried me about that one. How gray that got so quick.
Yeah.
You know? They're like, what is he? Is he fighting in his 50s? You know, is he in his 50s? No.
It's a good look, though. Salt and pepper's a good look.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm excited. Who's got this one, Giovanni? You know, this is one where I'm saying 100% neutral. I'm going to leave it up to all of you because, like I said, one, my watch song brother, Money Moicano, you know how we always are. We're rooting for him. But again, Benil, when he took that time that one day, I'll never root against him. So I'm just a fan, and I'm watching, you know what I mean?
Let's take a look at the odds again if we can, courtesy of DraftKings Sportsbook. Moicano, the favorite at minus 162, plus 136 to come back on the underdog, Benil Darius.
I'm trying to find one thing real quick. Dane. Joy. My bag is, Dane's got my bag. I need the chapstick in the bag. It's on the bottom of the chair, please. Thank you.
And we're back.
All right. Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, I could hit the mute. Chapstick. Benil Darius, third most wins in UFC lightweight history, 16. What? Eighth most top position time in UFC lightweight history with an hour? I'm not even ready.
Yeah, an hour.
5 wins by knockout, 8 by submission. I wasn't ready. I was like, does that say an hour and 35 seconds?
That's an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's quite impressive. Wow. Okay.
Props to watch. Darius by submission plus 1,100. TKO or KO plus 360. Decision plus 255.
Can it go a decision?
It can.
Real McCoy, you got Benny by this. Oh, all right. It's in the front pocket.
Chapstick, huh?
Oh,
it's the
weather.
desert. Yeah, it's the desert.
Oh, this desert weather and
Yep.
these chapstick. It's, man.
Every time I come here in summertime especially, I know I'm going home with chapped lips and a bloody nose.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, it's, woof. And I want to try to stay ahead of it.
You have to.
You know?
You have to.
I have to. Vegas. Oh, Vegas. I'm telling you.
Till the tape, Darius 3 years the elder. Moicano stands 1 inch taller. Both have a 72-inch reach.
They're the same age.
Yep.
But visually, see what I mean?
Yeah.
36 with that gray.
Yeah.
Just.
It's refined. It's a refined gray.
I think it's all right, but I'm just saying it throws it off. You know what I mean? It throws it off. All right. 7-3 as a UFC favorite. I'm in. Crusty eyeball. No, I'm telling you, Vegas is. I see that 102 at one point. Like, woo! A lot of AC around here, you know what I mean?
Oh, my first IFW, International Fight Week, I came out here. The high on the Thursday of that week was 117. Nope. Nope.
You know, the only thing it doesn't have is the humidity. I'll give you that.
I mean, that's the consolation prize. It's not a very good one, but that is the consolation prize.
Oh, 2 shots in every can on that monocle, though. It's Beneil Darius. Let's go.
I feel like the heat's kind of like below 0. Like once it's 0, is 10 below that much worse?
Yes, when the wind,
the wind is something different.
That's what I'm saying. No, when it's just cold and crack, no, it's cool. It's that wind is a whole different ball game. It's just,
the wind
hurts.
at 20 degrees and the wind at 40 degrees, it still sucks. You know what I mean? The wind is worse.
Yeah. You don't know how many times, Chad, I've tried to figure out where start the fight clock.
I got you.
My man's guy keep looking around. There we go. High kick for Darius right off the bat. I like it. A little feeling out process. Both of them, righty versus lefty. Let the jab hand kind of just lead the way a little bit for both of them. Boom. Beneil throws another mid-level kick. I like how he spins around quickly. Comes out, but then see, oi. Pantoja's like, I think I found something. He starts stepping forward. I like it. Being aggressive, not too aggressive. But Beneil definitely throwing the kicks right now.
Yeah. And that liver side is open for Moicano. Goes to the left hand of the body, does Darius.
Kick upstairs, caught in the re-kick by Beneil, but then he gets hit by a hook.
Yeah.
Of Moicano. Both of them are reacting pretty nice. Leg kick apiece right there. And again, I like the jab hand.
Darius is spamming that leg kick a little bit.
Yeah. But I love that, it's on the left side. It's keeping that right hand. Oh, well, he throws an inside leg kick, but as long as he keeps throwing the body, it keeps that right arm home. Big step in there from Moicano with the right, left hand. Good little jump combination right there.
Moicano's doing a good job keeping the center of the octagon. Coming forward a little bit, though. Here's Benny. Ooh.
Big inside leg kick for Darius. Now, how does this thing even hit the ground? I don't know. Both of them have been doing a good job in negating when it comes into the clinch aspect of it. And then Money tried to step in, eats a left, tried to throw a left hook. But Neil's kind of, another big kick puts Money down, but he's taking more of a stability issue.
Yeah, I think caught off balance. Sure.
Looking for that
They're getting me a
jab.
drink over here. Pepsi Cola, don't get excited.
Boy, another low kick, watches balance.
That was a weird reaction.
That was weird how he,
I
don't know how that knocked him off balance.
It looked like a Looney Tunes fall. He kind of like put his arms out.
It did. Again, Money trying to work so he gets him towards the cage. But Beneil's got to be careful. He's getting close to the back of the cage. Or getting close to the cage. Backing up. We getting that over. Boy, they start just missing with those shots.
Yeah.
Over under position.
Moicano decides to disengage.
I like that. Backed up, step back a little bit. Now I try here to figure out, try to throw that right leg kick. Good patience, both, I think, right now. Good feeling out. You know what I mean? Both of them kind of throwing that leg kicks out there. Obviously, the jab hand's going. Again, Beneil's always throwing that left body kick, which I like. Keeps that right hand. Good check by Moicano. He started to throw that jab back a little bit. They get to playing that jab hand. The only thing I like to see a little more with the Nato, we need that straight right. See, he steps in. There's the left, straight right, left hook. I like that idea right there, stepping in. I'll take a 2-3 all day. Then again, like I said, the jab hands, left leg upstairs for for Darius, and then left to the body.
Yeah, you talk about the patience and composure. I mean, both these guys really showing how seasoned they are.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Even on the counters, the way that they just, like he caught the kick through to the side, lands a 1-2, comes back, fires a hook when Moicano tried to fire a counter shot. I like that little right there, the way that exchange worked. And then you see right there, the way he was able to block the kick. Oh! But then a big step in left hand by Moicano. I mean, step in right hand.
Yeah.
Sorry, you need to throw the right hand more. Now he's going to try to take the back of Beneil.
Touch over 30 seconds
Beneil's
here.
rolling through. He's going to keep trying to roll around, roll around.
That was big.
That was a big right. Did I say he needed to throw a straight right hand?
Yeah, you did.
He lands a big right hand, puts him down. Beneil's going to fight the hand, try to get himself back up.
That was a close round up until that point as well.
Fights and stands up. Look at the money's going to stay right in front of him, heavy on the head. Lands a right hand. Beneil tries to throw a left back, tries to throw another left back.
I think Darius is still hurt pretty bad, but he's throwing everything back.
Hurt back.
Trying to throw back as hard as he can. And yeah, wow. What a round. What a way to sort of turn that round upside down for Renato Moicano, because I think he was down until he landed that big shot.
Yeah, 100. I think it definitely was anyone's guess on who was going to win that round to that aspect until, like I said, I'd just like to see a couple of right hands out of him. It'd be awesome, you know. Good shot, no good recovery for Beneil. Now I'll be curious how he comes out and attacks the second round, knowing that he just, gave up that one.
There were a lot of good things, though, prior to that.
A lot of good things.
For Darius. I mean, there is some confidence in Lima, but he can't afford to get tagged like that again.
Just look at it, just hops, did one. There's the jab, then boom. Straight right. Like I said, I need that 2-3. Give me that straight right. Do that jab work there, but then that straight right hand and come back. He needs to throw more of those.
Yeah.
Just a good straight right down the pipe, come back with that hook. See, they keep saying it now. How come everybody's saying 2 shots in a can? I love it. I love it.
No one says it quite like you, Jen.
No,
Pulver.
they don't. But it's good. It's being said. And I'm not even, you know what I mean? There we go. See, Beneil, that's, like I said, what Beneil's got to do. He tried to triple jab, trying to throw that left hand a couple times over the top. Got a level exchange and a trip. Denied by Darius. Moicano's going to jump down. He's got butterflies in, moving the legs around a little bit, but Beneil just great job of staying on his back. We're up on our feet, though. Can he trip him down? He brings him down at least. Moicano trying to hook that leg and step over. I like that. Good job of stepping over that leg. This is the spladle. If you knew it, Beneil, you could slide right down to that leg, and it'd be an awkward. It won't submit him, but it would look really cool.
Spladle?
Spladle.
I like that word.
Yeah, you hit that leg and you drop in, and next you know they're staring at their own satchel as you're pulling the legs apart. There we go. He's still got the back right now as much, and he's going to hop up. He's going to hop up onto the back of Moicano.
Right
Moicano's going to stand up.
Body triangle? Nope.
Fights the foot off, which is great. There we go. Now he's back up. Beneil's trying to drop in on a single leg. He's kind of got the money maker. Lift up to the crotch. Going to run that single leg to the ground. Switch to a double. Take the back again.
Darius making Moicano work here.
Yeah, he is. 100%. What I like even better is Darius is working. There we go. But now they're kind of stuck right there. And again, it's like right here, it's tough. You got to kind of, Beneil's got one leg in. He can kick off the cage on that side. He's kind of working to try to go cross body, grab that other hand. What Money does right now, he's doing a real good job of fighting that hand. I like that. See, he does a good job. Peels it off, stands back up, gets tied up into the over-under. And now, again, is Beneil going to try to take him down for a third time? I don't know.
He's sticking with the grappling thus far as we
But look at the grind of it, you know,
Yeah.
and that's the thing is he is all over it. And Money, don't get me wrong, I'm sure he's worked, but you know what I mean? He just looks a little fatigued, like, man, I'm fighting these hands. Does it again, lifts him up high on the crotch, drops him on the floor, gets in that half guard. That's a big breather, especially with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And he's sitting and Beneil's in half guard. He's definitely making up for that first round you know.
See if Darius tries to get some posture here to ground and pound. Keeping it down thus far, the pressure down on Moicano.
Great job of kind of, like, again, you see how Money's trying to motion that leg in there. Hopefully he's just holding on to that head for a minute, start to pummel inside, create a little space. See if he can go ahead and try to. I like that right there. He's just doing a good job. He's just having the issue of right? Money's just having a hard time moving right here. Beneil's really doing a good job of just controlling that half guard. It's such a safe, it's a good place to sit.
Yeah.
You have one leg, you know, you're sitting down on one leg, you're controlling the hips, heavy on that head, getting up there, pushing him flat on his back. He hasn't been able to punch much.
No.
But
he's eating time.
Yeah, he's eating a lot of time, ground control, position control. And the other thing is Money's still have to try to figure out how to get up to his feet. Now I see again, he's going to flirt with that arm triangle. That's always your ultimate threat is this. He's doing a good job trying to walk the head up. Possibly, there he goes.
Now
Money knew what it was.
Posture here from Darius. See if he tries to get some more ground and pound in. It was glancing shots at best.
I like it. I like it. Doing a good job right here. Now, again, Money's got to figure out what he can do to try to, he's got to get out of here, you know, at some point.
Yeah, look at that control time racked up here for Darius.
Yeah.
Going to add that to his hour.
Yeah, big time. And again, right here, he's just with that fence. There you go. See, he wants that arm triangle, and that's every time. Again, he's doing a good job of keeping a hold of it. Moicano knows it. Just keep that head pinned to the canvas and don't let him get that elbow underneath and just keep moving forward. You know, and now he's in defense mode. Even though he's not doing much, he's doing everything by keeping that arm smashed so he can't. Because look, it's coming up, and if he gets down and starts attacking more at the elbow, see, I'm strong right here, I can cram down. But you start attacking the elbow, see, it makes more of an issue. But he got out of it again. I like it.
Short little elbows there.
That's the way to eat up the clock if you're Beneil Darius, and Money's going to spin down towards the knee bar situation. Was able to bump him and almost got away to finish the round. Wow.
Good response for Beneil Darius after getting rocked badly in that opening round.
But you see the way he kind of, you knew he came out with that kind of urgency or anger maybe. I don't even necessarily know how to look at the damage. Which you didn't really see much of it, but you can look at the face. Well, now that he's looking around. It looked bad there. It looked weird at that angle.
I guess he just got high cheekbones.
Yeah, he just looked all puffed up.
Yeah, that's the thing about fights at the highest level. It's really almost more about adjustments and fight IQ when you're taking on someone who's so evenly skilled with you. And it's going to come down to, I think, who makes the proper adjustments in this third and final round.
Oh, I love it. Bradshaw twitched his leg tonight, so I thought I would jump in here and say what's up. Well, there you go. There you go, Bradshaw. Y'all
like
come on over. I like it. Yeah, he had to do it. Now, speaking of effort, that's what I'm trying to figure out in this third round. Can Moicano come back and have, like, how much energy does he have left in the tank? Is Darius going to try to be aggressive? Did he kind of wear himself out? Who's going to put in that extra in this third round? Because it's been pretty high-paced. You know, I mean, there was a lot of work in that last round. Good, little Superman left hand for Darius, but he meets it with a jab. Goes in on the double leg, and right back to taking the back of Money Moicano, throws in a leg. So now he's going to try to ride and trip him down and take his back. Nice. You see how he blocked that foot, but Money said, nah, man, this is my world. Tried to spin around behind him. He's going to take the back of Beneil. Beneil's going to hold on to that leg. We got to scramble.
I just realized something, Jens. No matter who wins this fight, I'm going to be sad.
100%.
I like both of these guys.
I love them.
Yeah.
But I do love this. This is fight of the night so far, and so I'll be very happy for them both. I don't care who gets their hand raised in that aspect, but I love it. He caught the foot of Beneil, put it down, spun it, took the back of Darius, but he's standing, so now he's just going to try to fight those hands and not let him try to, you kind of get heavy on that leg and drop him to the floor. There we go, we're free, we're back up. I love this effort with 4 minutes left in the round.
Yeah, this is such a close fight right now. Every second counts.
And I kind of like this. They're both kind of standing there waiting, like who's going to do something now? Because both of us, we've taken each other's back.
Yeah.
In a situation. Good elbow in the clinch right there by Beneil.
Let me ask you this. Darius was hurt really bad in that first round. Any chance it was a 10-8?
I don't know if I could call it a 10-8. He didn't really stop moving in any way, shape, or form. He popped right up and was fighting. Can somebody call it that?
They can.
Maybe, you know, but you always have to worry about that. Would we be pissed if it happened? Probably.
Yeah.
But I could see these judges shoot. Dusty Hole, I like the idea of live scoring. I'd like to know.
Absolutely.
You know, because this round right here, this is going to be no joke. I don't know how you score it. Right now, it's deadlocked. Right now, Moicano catches the leg of a kick by Beneil, but he was able to kick out of it, gets right back up. They're so back and forth, evenly matched up. Good left hand for Darius. He gets aggressive, tries to throw another left hand, but Moicano's moving in circles.
Is this going to be one of those fights where it comes down to literally the last minute?
Who gets the last the takedown or something at the end? I'm honored. Well, they both tried to take the back of the other individual, and the other one did a great job of fighting it and getting out of there. There's a good jab, lands. Beneil tries to come back with the left hand. And it goes back to again, though, money. Like, where's that right hand, Moicano? Beneil drives in on a double, drive. Gets it. This time he's able to hip it down and sit on one of the legs. But again, Money does a good job of getting to all fours and going to stand up, fight the hands. See, this little kick he does right there, trips out that calf. Beneil's on his back. And then, of course, he's going to try to get up. Now he's carrying him a little bit, you know what I mean?
Still got only one hook in.
But he doesn't look like he's up too high or he's sagging a little too much. Looking to throw that leg in, and that's the thing. Money will not let him do it. Right now, he's kind of helping Beneil by when he bends over that way. Beneil trying to trip him down and keep his back, but getting that one hand in the way. Now he's got to make sure it doesn't get, it could cost him if it starts to fall backwards.
Yep.
There you go. Now he's there. He's still trying to take the back. Does a great job of cross faces them. Good scramble, but they're back on their feet. But how much did that take out of Money? Tried to land that right hand. Now we're going toe to toe, over under position. They were mixing up a little bit.
Oh yeah. There's a lot on the line here. I mean, live scoring to you, Jens Pulver. I have Darius just slightly ahead in this third round, which would make him slightly ahead.
Tearing it. He's running away.
Yeah, but
right
I mean,
now.
Still, if Moicano does something here, this fight.
Yeah, it's not over. There's still, he could absolutely. But if we stay at this pace,
correct.
He just zapped the soul, so to speak, out of Moicano.
Yep.
And then Beneil coming in with the two-punch combo, throwing a knee, got the plumb, but it's Money pushing him up against the fence. He's going to try to plumb that head. I like that. Look at that, plumb that head, maybe get a knee in there, throw an elbow from his back's on the cage. There you go. Now he spins around, over under position. They free themselves up, go back to the center. Who's bleeding? Or is he literally cut on his back?
Yeah, that's weird.
Isn't that? Moicano's got like dripping
like
blood off his shoulder.
I don't know.
Oh, it could have maybe come from the eye of Beneil. It looks like his left eye has. There you go.
Ooh.
Right to his belly hole and a hook. Beneil's still throwing, even though it's Moicano that's cutting him off, staying in front of him. Oh, there's another left hand for Beneil. Boom, Money drops in on a double. Beneil does a good job getting that underhook, gets it over under with 8 seconds, 7 seconds. There we go, 6-5, go toe to toe right here. 2, 1.
I think only one is going to get a win bonus, but I think bonus checks can be had by both of those for the effort. That was a great fight.
And it sucks when you look at that cut on the eye of Beneil when that whole round was kind of dominated by Darius, but it doesn't look like it physically.
Yeah, 29-28, Beneil Darius would be my scorecard. We'll see what the judges say, but a great fight all around.
Then there's a good kick. Look at that kick. Those are the thigh kicks that knocked him out. That's a knockdown. I mean, that's a legit knockdown with the leg kick right there. I mean, the way he took it out, he wasn't stepping wrong, but then he eats a right hand right off the bat. But see, that I couldn't call that a 10-8 because it stunned him and he shot right into a takedown. But again, he knocked him down with that leg kick. It was beautiful. But then rounds 2 and 3, he just kind of zapped the life out of him.
I worry about that cut on Darius. It's superficial damage.
Salesmanship.
Yeah.
4-1, or the other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, he's got to be getting his ass whooped. He's got 2 cuts and he's bleeding.
Oh, they're going ham at Miramar.
Oh, Miramar.
What a rowdy
They
bunch.
on that Monster Energy, evidently.
Oh,
damn, that works.
Awaiting the judge's decision here.
They seem to be taking time.
Yeah.
What do you got, Tony Torres? Benny for sure. All right. I always thought Beneil would be the champ one day, but after his last 2 fights, I think that idea is over. Bull Run. Yeah-ish. Yeah, I don't want to say it, but I kind of. Hold on. All 3 judges, 29-28. It's got to be Beneil, but Money always gets his things done. That's what I figured.
Interesting. Mixed crowd here in Tom's Watch Bar.
Y'all really didn't think you had it?
I thought it was the right decision.
What'd you do? What'd you have that on? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dang it. You ruined it. You ruined it. L&H Fixtures. What's up, L&H? How you doing? Look at that. Most wins UFC lightweight history, 17. Donald Cerrone, 17. Good fight. I mean, I thought.
Yeah. Great fight. Great fight. I think the right decision was turned in. Moicano was game. Benny, I mean, had to rally from being hurt badly.
Yeah.
In the end of that first round. And, yeah, it was good. Good fight.
Well, I'm glad nobody threw a 10-8 out there because it really wasn't a
no
10-8 situation when he dropped down. But absolutely, B Basic Bite fight. That's my fight of the night. 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like it.
So we got back-to-back flyweight matchups coming up
Now,
next?
here's my question. At 36 years old, as gray as his hair is he allowed, he should be able to diet?
Yeah, he's allowed.
He's athletically, he should be able to diet. I mean, if it's one of those things, if you have hair, you should be able to diet, no matter what. I'm being serious. Like, when should you ever be able to, like, when should you not dye your hair?
I mean, I used to dye my hair pink. Maybe I shouldn't have been doing that. You had some funky colors.
No, I don't mind doing the funky colors and stuff like that. I'm just saying when it comes to...
Like, just the normal colors to stay looking
like
young?
You'll see, yeah, you know, just, you gotta...
I mean, I don't know.
Look at Robert. See, the old man won. They're the same age. That's the thing. Look at Robert says the old man won. It's wild. They're both 36.
Yeah.
He was rolling at like 28.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I would give up this for that, I'll tell you that.
Look at Kodasu. After 25, stop dying. How about after 65 or 60?
I just don't think you should ever die. Just let it go.
But if it gets so white, it's hard in the beginning. Real men don't dye hair until they start seeing speckles. They start thinking about it like Jens does. He looks at it like, I see some white in there. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to let go. You got to hold on to it a little bit, you know? You got to hold on to it a little bit.
I never got the opportunity, so. Oh, there it is. Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes in the house. I can't wait for that fight. It's going to be phenomenal.
I know. I'm pretty excited. But then it leads into a whole nother. Kodasu, I hear you. When I'm 55, we're going to look at it, see what happens. I got a couple of years left, but you know what I mean? When I'm there, then we'll look. But here's no, I don't even want to have the question. I'm just going to be quiet about it. Done. So what does that lead us up to? Is that 3 fights down?
That's 3 fights, yeah.
Does that mean we're going into?
No, scratch that. 2 fights. So we got Joshua Van and Brandon Royval.
Oh, wait, there it is. I forgot my man-to-man.
Championship doubleheader.
Ooh, the messenger. I think Nunes beats Kayla. Foof. Right. Now, is he acknowledging, is Poirier acknowledging it's his last fight?
Yeah, I believe so. And that's why he's getting a legend in Max Holloway, pretty much in his hometown.
I don't like, I wish they wouldn't. You already said you were coloring your hair again? Well, yeah, I want to do all the blonde, but then I get made fun of. Everybody starts calling me, like, they call me Slim Shady. You know, I'm like, dang it, you know? I like it to get rooted out, little blondes. Yeah, but whatever.
Can we stop talking about hair?
All right, I'm done. I apologize.
It makes me sad.
Well, I'm definitely not trying to make you sad.
You got to pour one out for my hair. You know?
I'll pour one out for the whole.
You know what happened? Like I said,
I'm not trying to make you sad. I promise you.
I dyed it pink and it left me.
Because you dyed it pink.
Yeah, I put glue in it and stuff. It was a problem.
See, they were done with you. Your hair went. You don't deserve us.
No.
You don't deserve us.
I had fun while we were together.
Oh, I love it. Oh.
What do you think about this fight? You lean one way or the other?
I'm not even going to lean. I'm going to let it happen.
Yeah, you might as well enjoy it.
You know what I mean? Slim Pulver, exactly. Keep it up. But this is now man-to-man time. Nothing against Royval, but Van Man. "22 wins, 11 knockouts, 13 performance awards. Damn, 3,457 significant strikes. Half of those were catered, I think, with Max Holloway.
Yeah.
That fight was ridiculous.
Absolutely.
The no-look. Best boxer UFC, baby.
What do you think is going through the mind of Josh Van right now?
I'm going to knock him out. I'll guarantee that's exactly what he's thinking. Oh, I'm going to knock him out. I'm getting that title.
Number one contender fight, really?
I'm going to be the champ. You know what I mean? Don't y'all think? What do y'all think? Oh, did that get out of the way? My bad. My cup is getting in everybody's way. Is that me? What'd you do to it? Yeah.
That's what they're going to say. It's fine.
Now look
They're
at
not
this.
gonna say
22
it's
wins,
bad.
11 knockouts, 50 performance awards, 1,742 significant strikes. Everything is, wait, 22, 11, 15, those are all the same.
No. I mean, they're almost all the same as Max's, except the significant strikes.
The significant strikes.
Little
Everything else
over
is the same,
half.
though, right?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's a great matchup. It really is.
Wow.
That's another one, though. I'm going to be sad no matter who gets their hand raised.
Yeah. Because it's coming to a close.
Yeah. I mean, also, if Dustin does win, like, I love Max Holloway. Who doesn't love Max Holloway?
Yeah, exactly. And if Max wins, who doesn't love Dustin Poirier? You know? Van is explosive. Van to man. Oh, that right hand there. That was something. Quite impressive. Quite impressive. Holloway, Poirier, Ige, and the pit bull. All right. Atiba Gauthier, Gauthier, Robert Valentin, Paulo Costa, Roman Kopylov.
That's a good
Michael
fight. I like
Johnson,
that fight.
Daniel Zellhuber.
Oh, Zellhuber.
Zellhuber.
I mean, Michael Johnson's been in the UFC for a minute.
That's enough. Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
So do you bring the Hall of Fame jacket to International Fight Week?
Okay, we were about to have this question, damn it, because I was asking. I asked UFC Mod 2, should I bring the jacket as Robbie's getting his? I go, do you wear your, like the Masters, don't the other Masters champions wear their green jackets on that day?
Yes.
I'm like, do you wear it?
I would have worn
and
it.
So I thought about it, but then there was one problem.
What?
I put it on and whoop,
oh, we're too hulking now.
Yes, I outgrew it.
Got it.
I outgrew it. The pants was definitely not happening.
Can't you get it like refit? Don't they? I mean,
No, I'm going to get skinny again. I'm going to get down. I'm in my building phase.
Got it.
And now it's time to get more trim.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying? But it's been a fun building stage. I'm having fun. I like this 190 pounds. You know, but now we're going to rip it down.
Never did I think there would be a time that I weighed the same as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never. Never.
There it is.
I feel pretty good about that.
We did it.
Yes, yeah.
I like it. Royval, man.
What do you think this fight looks like?
Royval throws a kick and Van counters him with a punch.
Yeah, I was on Fight Pass the other day watching some of Joshua Van's fights, and he hit the Matt Hughes on Frank Trigg, the standing rear naked choke. He got that in Fury FC. I think he won the belt that way, yeah. Standing rear naked choke's pretty
Quite
damn
impressive.
rare, you know?
Yeah, it's quite impressive. But I can see it. I can see it.
You ever talk to Frank Trigg?
Not recently, no.
So he was kind of a dick back in the day.
Yes, no, he absolutely was.
Sweetheart of a human being post-retirement.
Always.
One of the nicest guys.
Gotta love him for it. Probably
And he's
what he was.
He's the first to tell you, like, yeah, sorry, I was an ass back in the
It's
day.
how you deal with it. You know, you gotta deal with the nerves and everything of fighting. You just gotta, you know.
You were always nice to me when you were fighting.
Well, oh yeah, no, I thought you meant being a dick to the other fighter.
No, he was just a dick in general.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard a couple of stories about other people that were the same way. Some people just were, and maybe they didn't appreciate it. Hell no. I was the fact any one person stopped to give me their time. Come on, I was like, yep, how you doing? I always thought it was awesome.
Frank Trigg might be one of my favorite people post-retirement, though. It's very weird. Two sides of a coin.
See, now this is what I love about Bradshaw. He always does this for me. Michael Dominguez Johnson has been competing in the UFC since 2010 when he appeared on the Ultimate Fighter team GSP versus Team Koscheck. His MMA record is 23-19 with a 15-15 record within the UFC. Bless you.
I didn't know that ChatGPT was in the chat. I mean, that's straight up
Bradshaw.
AI right
That's
there.
what he does. I love it.
I like
Bradshaw's always. So then I'll be calling for it.
He's like
Bradshaw!
a producer.
Yeah, I know, but he had to come over. He had to come over to the.
I need some of those people in
Bradshaw.
chat
Whenever I
around.
need it, I'm yelling Bradshaw. Bradshaw!
Man.
You know what I mean?
You got an army of people that do this watch along with you.
That's what I love.
They might not be here, but they're
here. I got
here.
some beautiful people.
They're there for you.
I'm telling you, they've always have.
Send them my way. Extra Rounds could use that from time to time. I'm
Extra Rounds, you guys got to support UFC Fight Pass YouTube. Extra Rounds.
There he is, Josh Van.
And his smiles.
In the prep point.
Brim low. Look at that. Second longest active win streak in UFC Flyweight Division 4. Highest significant strike rate in UFC history, 8.2 per minute. 8th youngest fighter current UFC roster, 23. Of course he's fighting again right off the bat. Why wouldn't you? You're 23 years old. You're knocking people out. Let's get some checks. See, I like that. Joshua Vance. So Daniel Cormier's keys to victory. Defend the takedowns, use angles. I personally, be sure to come back and counter. Whatever he throws at you, you put those hands right back at him. He throws a kick, let's make sure both his hands are up. Boom. You know what I mean? Yeah, Bradshaw is the fact individual.
The fact man. I like that.
The fact man. Yo.
Are you left-handed in everything that you do?
Yeah, there is no. I try every now and then to brush my teeth with my right hand and maybe use a utensil.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could throw my hook.
Right.
My hook is doop. It's pretty, yeah.
If I don't get hit before this weekend is over by you, I'm very lucky, man.
Probably it'll never happen. I'm too dialed in, unless you were flinching into it.
That's,
you know what I mean? But
I'm backwards, guys. I'm backwards.
I'm just too pumped up and excited. So I'm just saying, we get in there and we start moving a little bit, but I got you.
I don't have very good
I
peripheral.
don't waste it. I don't waste it. Yeah,
good.
you got to make sure you don't, yes. If you actually, you bob and weave in the wrong time,
yeah,
we might have to get some water and wake you up.
Is it a bad time for me to tell you I can't move my eyes left or right, so I don't really have good
peripheral? I know
peripheral?
this, yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm keeping them right straight in front of me. I'm here.
Thank you.
Second fight in UFC history with 100+ significant strikes in 5 of his first 8 UFC fights. What would become first fight in UFC history to accomplish that feat in 6 of the first 8? Well, here he comes. Look at him.
He looks confident, too.
100%. You're 23 years old, knocking people out, fighting in the UFC. You just were in the cage literally like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you're confident. If I say him, I keep doing it. I want to fight every 2 weeks until I'm fighting for the belt.
What was the most amount of fights you ever fit into a year? Do you know?
I never got the luxury of doing more than 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean,
that was in the era of fighting all the time, too.
Oh, I know, but I didn't. They wouldn't let me fight in the small. I didn't get to. I got to fight over in Japan. I got to. Then at one point, no, I don't think that's true. Maybe I had 4 fights.
You were rolling through like Fort Dodge, Iowa with the Militich crew and beating up everybody.
Yeah, but when I remember we were doing the UFC, and I'm trying to remember the other one. I ended up losing to Dean Thomas in one of them though. But that Extreme.
World Extreme,
Extreme, yeah, WEF.
WEF,
or something.
yeah. The show that said we're going platinum. That was the name of one of their shows. Yeah, WEF, World Extreme Fighting.
Brandon Royval used the reach advantage, get wild in the exchanges. That's the Joe Rogan keys to victory. I am with the reach advantage, you got to. But I'd be horrified if I got wild in those exchanges with Van de Man, who's going to rip a hook from your body to your head.
I mean, I hate to disagree with Joe Rogan, but I think if this gets chaotic, it favors Josh Van.
When you got that kind of power in your hands, 100%.
Yeah.
But back-to-back wins, former LFA flyweight champion, 4th largest significant strike differential in UFC flyweight history, plus 1.4 per minute. Finished 13 of 17 wins, 4 knockouts, 9 submissions. Jurassic World Rebirth honored, by the way, July 2nd, which is crazy.
One of my favorite things that we get to see when Brandon Royval fights is Bruce Buffer screams "Raw Dog."
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in. All right.
I told Buffer what that meant. He didn't know before. Just saying.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
No way.
It's the little things in life that you have to appreciate. That's one of them.
Wait, what? Oliveira is a better grappler any night. Will it go to grappling? LNH fixtures, I'm telling you, the Tackett brothers believe, which is wild, that... What's that? You took Royval?
That's... He just... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything.
But look, he's 5'5", 125, 65-inch reach. So he's giving up 4 inches. He's giving up 3 inches in reach to Royval. If he utilizes, keeps that range, but it's not going to have. You know why? Because Van's going to get inside. Boop, boop, boop. But there's 2 shots in every can. I don't know.
Really?
How do they not have that here yet? Jens, I thought they nuked Jurassic Island. I thought they did too, but it's called Rebirth, so something happened. They went down into Middle Earth.
There's more mosquitoes down there to harvest the
Evidently,
thing, you know?
Middle Earth, yes, the mosquitoes.
They never learn.
Not once. I will be this though. I'll be happy for you, but I will be stunned. I just don't want to see Van lose. I don't care who he's fighting. I'll be stunned.
Yeah, Joshua Van is one of the more exciting prospects I can remember.
Yes,
in
and we
history.
need him.
Yeah. Well, this weight class has just been
125
repetition over and over again.
Prospects. So. The same 4 people have been fighting each other for like 10 years. But he is the minus 125 favorite. So you know what makes it even better? Van is an underdog. If that ain't worth betting on, huh? Oliveira and Van, that's what you bet on because they're underdogs.
I wonder what that parlay would pay.
I don't know. Then I could afford at least a case of that.
Yeah.
Monaco. I'd buy my own at that point.
Or you could just get 1 Lambo to that guy's 5s.
Oh yeah, wait, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's how he got
got
those
5
5.
Lambos.
Yeah.
Damn it, Messenger.
Jason Herzog, the referee.
All right. All right. Oh, here we go, The Royval with the jab, I like that. And he was flirting with that, already showing that, there it is, showing that left leg a little bit. Man to man, he's got to figure out how to get inside this. I prefer a little more circling, a lot more circling, because he's taking those kicks right there, staying out in front of Royval. I know they don't hurt now, but but like again, that's one thing that we miss. You're a boxer. Just stay on the outside. Just keep circling. Circle, circle, circle. But when you stay out here like this, Royval, he's allowing it. Doing a good job. Sticking that jab, throwing that long kick. Little taps, little taps. Nothing too crazy. Good calf kick. See, now these little things like this, Joshua's he's gonna have to move. He can't stand right here and get out of the way, but you can't allow that calf damage to add up. But I get it. I mean, again, what are you thinking right now?
The output here from Royval, he got clipped with the left hand there by Van. The output of Royval, I thought, was maybe just sort of stunting the progression by Van, but now we're seeing Van fire back.
And I like how he's doing a double jab right hand. Boom, see that thing is just missing him. Just missed that right.
There's been a lot of output from Royval, but it's the quality of punches that have been on point for Joshua Van.
See, I like this, and now it's Royval that's actually trying to step outside and do a little more of the circling. But that circling will help Van land that right hand. See, trying to step in with a bigger kick.
It looks like Royval has more than 2 inches in reach.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. Boom, inside leg kick. And don't think I didn't see that jab and a lead hook by Royval. Oh, he got it in there. Boom, there it is, fitting it right over that jab. Look at that, Van is just he's trying to stay right in that range. Double jab left hand for Royval, but Van trying to lob in there with the right to the belly hole. I like that, but see again, boom, see, it's right now it's going to help him out because Royval's going to do the circling for Van because the jab landed right there. They're both throwing Royval with that jab.
I'd love to see the striking stats here because I think Royval's thrown way more, but he's been tagged way more.
Yeah, but then he came back and was able to land that right jab there, get the better of it. Oh, he tried to go down the pipe with the left hand. Royval, okay. Look at those high hands of Van der Man. Get up there and hold on to that hat brim. Trying to step in, he missing with the right hand there. There he tried to step in and put a little hook in that right hand and come back with the left. Good action, good action. Gets in close with that left hand and Van tries to come back with the right of his own. See those feints by Royval. Feint, 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 boom, boom. Kick up the middle. A bit of a stagger.
Yeah, a little off balance
They even
there.
said it wasn't there, but boom. He eats that right hand again of Joshua Van. Josh was kind of lobbing that left, and I love to straighten that out a little bit. And Royval, that's the other thing, though, Royval's got to be careful. You know how he's being pretty quick.
Yep.
Up there kind of sounding that quickness kind of what saved him. He flattens his feet a little bit and starts to tire. Then those hands going to land. He thought about plumbing the head right there, and so Van cracks him with the right hand over the left hand. Boom! Ooh. That right hand lands again for Joshua Van. There it is. See, he's starting to flatten out. Those feints are leaving.
Yeah.
Van's starting to tee off. Royval's closing in, but that right hand's waiting for him. Good left with an uppercut. I like that for Royval. What do you think?
I mean, again, I see a lot of activity here from Royval, but I see more quality shots being landed by Joshua Van.
Yep, the jab and the hook right there landed again for Royval. He's landed a little. The Pantoja landed a left right there to a kick up the middle, but Van.
This is close.
There, look at that body
I love
in
the
close.
body.
Royval ripped the right hand over the top there. But look at Joshua's kind of walking in, jabbing that hand. Short time, short time. Where's the exclamation point? There's a hook that swirls it off. Royval walks at him.
I don't know. So, am I crazy, Jens? Because I think it was a very close round. I would go 10-10. I really would, because I see the activity. I see the things that Royval was doing well. But I think
I
the
see
better
the blood,
shots.
I see the nose, and I heard everybody go, oh!
You're right. I see the better shots from Joshua Van.
Van's hands, Rice. Van's hands.
And sometimes I just see that output, and I just think about Leonard Garcia, who had a lot of output and won fights that he didn't necessarily deserve to win.
Because they're just windmills.
Right. Never stopped.
Oh, he's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. He sat me down. I was like, he doesn't stop throwing them. I can't block them all.
Right.
And that's the scary thing. You can't block them all. You know what I mean?
But it's just one of those things. I mean, did Joshua Van win that round? Or
I think he did. I think he did, because you could just kind of see, you can see him start to get a little flatter, and then you can start to see like those punches were landing. But chat, you let me know. But I think Van did.
I get distracted easily, and Royval had a lot of things to distract me.
He did. But
you know what I mean?
When it stopped, he was able to land, and that's what I mean. Van der Man was able to land a little better. But that's the idea. It comes down to that opinion.
Yeah, looking at the chat, they're saying 10-9, Joshua Van. I agree with that.
And there you go. See, now the jab got in, and now we're going to plumb the head. Look at that. He thought about plumbing the head, and he rips about 5 body shots off Van did. So Royval tried to plumb the head. Body, 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 head. Tries to kick upstairs.
He's going to want to avoid that plumb again, because that was just license for Van to rip shots to the body.
Yeah, it ran right there. Get it close. Van just rocks back that right hand. Just missed again. Royval's closing this up. Then he starts rubbing his nose, because look, he got blasted by another right. There's that kick up the middle, Royval. That's the kind of thing you need to be doing.
Jens, it's not often that I don't want to talk during fights, but I feel like I just want to watch this one.
Yeah, this was tough. That lead hook of Van landing with the left. This is number 12 trying to beat number 1 on a 2-week notice.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's right there. There, Brandon got through with that left and came back with a counter shot. But see, the problem is when he gets chest to chest, Van will throw 6 punches.
And Josh Van's not afraid to eat a couple to give a few back.
He's going to throw a 6 regardless. Boom. See, now right there, Royval does a good job trying to plumb the head. He pops the left hand out there. Van eats it. Boy.
Ooh.
That right's just missing. And that's where, see, this is the one thing where Royval's got to be careful is when he slows down and stops moving and bouncing and the twitch slows down a little bit. You know what I mean? Said twitch, but the twitching, you know what I mean, that fast twitch.
Yep.
Because Van he's still popping. There we go, that jab though, Royval. Oh, there it was, a 1-2. Lands a big combo. He's still going down. They might go toe-to-toe. Van don't back up. Royval just pieced him with that jab. Oh, he tried to step in, but then he comes back with a 3-punch combo of his own.
Yeah, Van ate some heavy shots
there.
there.
The jab for Royval, and then that feint. Look, he's going to get that right. Eats a jab by Van, but then throws the jab back.
I said Josh Van's content to take a couple, to give a couple. He's content to take all of them to try to give all of them back.
100%. Now he stepped forward with the calf kick in the right hand. Look at Van's going to pop right back in there, hop right in front of him, eats a jab, but then takes a 1-2 from Royval. In fact, I take it back 2-3 or 2-1. Look more like he's starting with that left hand. There it is. Oh, a big hook when he closes the distance. Oh, this is a slugfest.
This is everything we wanted it to be. I'll tell you that.
Look at that jab, Royval. Inside leg kick, Van. Then Royval gets a little too close. He's got to worry about that right hand. There it is. That right hand again from Van. Good left hand, Royval. Good left hand. There's the jab. Third round's about to be in a phone booth. Boom, step in, body lock. We got a clinch, throws a knee.
Significant strikes. Look at the output there by Royval, 140, but it was Joshua Van that has outlanded him.
Yep, then he dipped underneath that right through a body and 2 body shots from Van de Man. Each 2 jabs from Royval.
And despite getting hit hard, Joshua Van's still confident, marching forward.
Oh, moving, eats another one right there. Snap the head back to Joshua Van. But then he throws that high. Like you said, he's throwing that double jab back. Because this is why. He's seeing it. He's seeing the damage on Royval's face. But here comes Royval, trying to step in. Then he tried to get in with an elbow. You got to be careful when you get in close because that's when Van's got those hooks. This is that pop, pop, pop by Royval. Look at that. I like that. Throw that jab, 1-2, but then gets a 1-2 back at him. Look at these two getting after it. Draw a line in the sand. Let me see the last minute. Oh! I like that. Royval tried to throw a hook, and he steps in and throws body, body, body. Boom. There's the right hand, but Royval had a left coming back. Look at Royval trying to throw a left and a knee. Inside leg kick, Van de Man eats the left, tried about throwing the left hand back. Oy! Oh, look at these two.
This is crazy.
Look at that jab of Royval. Jab, stuck him back, made him think with that jab. Royval with the jab.
It's a solid round here for Brandon
another
Royval.
jab for Royval. Let's go. Van de Man comes back with the right left. Oh, man, he timed it. Oh, that was beautiful. Look at him. Feinted out there, he tried to time it again. Boom, boom. Oh, look at that. Hits him with that lead hook. Royval tried to get in there with that 1-2. Get out.
Closing moments here of the second round.
There's the jab. Oh, hits him with the right, left of the belly hole. Gets the jab. Round of the year. Go ahead, put it in the Hall of Fame.
That was awesome.
Look at everybody standing up.
That was awesome.
That might have been the best round of the year right there. Unreal.
And we got another 5 minutes still.
I know, that's sick.
So it's got to be even, right? 19-19 after 2.
This is where I wish we didn't have no judging. Just leave it to the crowd who yells louder. Whoever gets the loudest cheer.
You ever go to those regional fights where the crowd chants one more round? One more round.
Always.
In Minnesota, when it was unregulated, sometimes you got it. They're like, whatever, one more round.
Bring him back out, let's do it.
It's like, wait, what? You can do that?
Significant strikes, 80-57. Royval just picked it up in that second round. That was just crazy. 80-57 significant. Boom, boom. What a round. What a round. Here we go, round 3.
Let's go.
Chat, round 3. See, I like it. Royval doing the circling. The one thing I love about them is in round 3, and they're bouncing on their feet. They're moving well already, you know. It's been a crazy fight, but the conditioning.
Oh, yeah. Flyweights are going to flyweight.
Oi, look at that 1-2. Look at, I like it all day. That Royval, that 1-2. There's the jab. Good jab, good right hand. Boy,
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, but then Royval comes right back with some of his own. That's what I love, the back and forth, the boom, boom, slap, bam, 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 they both.
And the amount of power that are still on these shots. I mean, third round, they're still throwing with everything.
Boom. Vanderman with the right hand. Get that jab going again, though, Royval. Van walking him down, That jab just kind of shimmying off the sides of that thing. Just steer it off a little bit. Tried to land that 1-2. Royval comes back with the 2 lefts, then throws a right and then another left. Van tries to throw a right hand over the top, body, head.
Ooh.
They both exchange. What an exchange.
Oh my gosh.
Comes back with a 1-2. Royval smiles at him, lands a 1-2, tries to bounce out of the way. Throwing that straight left, right. Oh, Van. Look at that jab, lead hook, try to throw a right hand. Royval. Man to man. He's like, nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Exactly.
Step in. Oh, just missed that right, but there's a left dropped in there by Royval.
You know, I think we all knew it, win, lose, or draw in this fight for Joshua Van. Big
1-2 for Van, but Royval ate it. Oh, snaps the right hand of his own, thought about a knee, body.
Dude.
Oh, they're exchanging inside that clinch.
If you don't know Joshua Van yet, you know him now. Royval's trying to take him out, but this is a phenomenal fight.
The number 12 guy who's taking this on 2 weeks' notice.
Yeah.
Getting in and fighting the number 1 guy and having this kind of fight. Let's go. Look at that, Royval trying to land that lead hook in the right hand. Boom, with the jab, Royval. Oh, with the left and the uppercut. Lead hook, but then he gets in too close and Van starts catching combos. Ducked out underneath him. I like that. Something to the side, got underneath. Kick to the midsection for Royval. Throws the left, but then he eats the left hand of Van. Boom. No singles. This is the fight of the year. Hands down, fight of the year. They'll put this fight in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely. Someone timestamp that proclamation because it will come true one day.
Boom, trying to land that 1-2. Royval still snapping that distance shot. I love that. But then he eats the left hook, but he's walking him down. Boom, 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 boom. Trying to land that 1-2. He's got Van backing up. Van hit him with the lead hook.
90
Dropped
seconds.
a little too eager. Boom. Another hook for Van de Man. Oh, nice 1-2. Royval with the kick. Oh, he stepped in a little eager and ate a right hand. Good luck judging this. That's why I let the crowd judge it. It'll be the loudest. Van still walking at him, though. Walking down. There's a 1-2 uppercut for Royval. Boom, boom. Van slips off that jab.
Interesting.
Oi!
Live odds right now. Live odds right now. Van is a 3-1 favorite.
Stepping in, there's
I don't
power.
feel good about that.
Oh, big knee for Van de Man right there. Oh, he hurt that knee again with that little kick. Oh. Boom, boom. Ooh. Slides off to the side, lands 1-2 in the middle of that arm flurry of Royval. Royval, there's that kick, dropped him down again. Look at that side kick is doing it. Look at him, he's sliding. Oh, man, that knee might be trash. Oh, eats the lead hook, but he steps in. Royval still popping that jab. There we go. Look at the crowd's up. Fight of the year. Fight of the year.
Yeah.
Oh! Jab. There we go. Royval pushing that, trying to land that left. Oh! Right hand down goes Royval. Joshua Van throwing the shots. Oh! They're still going to let him finish the round. He's good on the leg. Joshua Van. Oh, Van the man! What a fight. Fight of the year. What a finish. Oh!
That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing.
Oh!
Joshua Van did it in the final moments of the fight. Now
That's how you go from number 12 to number 1. It just.
Oh God.
Oh!
Jen's my heart.
I'm telling you.
My heart.
Oh man. Sorry, I talked a lot on that one. I was just screaming.
I didn't talk because I was just freaking out.
I let you have fun.
Oh.
I had to get in there. When I get nervous, I talk a lot. Chat, you know me, Chat.
Hey, can I say this?
I love this kid.
Do you know who lost that fight?
Nobody.
Nobody. We all won.
Body, boom, with the left hand. Boom, 1, 2. What a fight. Oh, this was crazy. Jab, 2, down, nuts. Oh, with the left and the right. Oh, the right hand. Oh.
Royval was
man.
lucky to get through that at the end there.
Man, that's crazy. Oh. Man, I definitely need 2 shots in every can. We need some Monicos in this. What a fight. Oh, man. 31-80, 73, 184 to 160 significant strikes. But damage, and more damage. Fight of the night, fight of the year, Real McCoy. Oh, I'm telling you. Big boy bonuses on that one right there.
Oh,
They get big boy bonuses.
Oh, yeah. And again, if for some reason Joshua Van doesn't walk away with the victory here,
no, there's absolutely no possible way.
Yeah, I don't think so. But
don't even try it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
No, not you. I'm talking about the judges.
I hear you.
Shizzle. Here we go. 30-27. They had to have given Van de Man the 30-27.
Joshua Van gets it done.
Let's go!
Interesting 30-27
30-27
scorecard for him, but the rightful guy won, and I'm not mad at it. Wow. Jens Pulver, I'm going to remember watching that fight with you for the rest of my life. I'm not even kidding you. That was awesome.
Unbelievable. I feel so bad. I feel bad. I wish I knew. You'd be like, look, Jen's ripped my shit up. There it is.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Nobody could be upset about that fight unfolding, even if
but
you
at
put
least
money
it was
on
a good fight.
Yeah,
it was
great
very
fight.
It was incredible.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Van the Man, let's go.
He's got to get a title fight now, right?
Oh, no, that's title. I wouldn't do it. You have to.
Yeah.
But I bet he better take at least a month off.
Right.
We need someone to fill in here in a week. You know what I mean?
Crazy fight.
Dude, that was unbelievable, both of them.
And again, credit to Royval. He didn't need to take that fight, against...
That is the biggest thing. Like, again, I'm so glad you said it, because the number one guy takes this on short notice, and he fights Van the Man, who jumps in on short notice.
Yeah.
He could have said, nah, and wait, and everything could have happened. But, you know what I mean? Somebody had to give this young man a shot, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
And I know Royval's going to drop down in the rankings because Josh Van's going to take a spot. But that's a fight that I think his stock and popularity even goes up, though, because it was that
way
good of a fight.
It's up. It's 100% up. I mean, it's 100%. That's
right.
Fight of the year. That fight's going to be, that has to go in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame fight.
That has to be a Hall of Fame fight. No, I can't believe it. I can't believe just listening to everybody in here and what was going on. That fight was insane.
That was amazing.
I love it.
And again, I hate to say it, but Royval, he's had his title opportunity. This division needs a shakeup. Josh Van is that guy, and we're going to watch him get his opportunity.
Embrace it,
Yeah.
Give them all the money.
I agree with that.
100. What a fight.
Henry Zudo on X saying fight of the year. No argument there. Wow. What a fight.
Not only does he beat the number one guy, but the way he did it, to have a fight like that, to put his heart out there like that kind of grind, the back and forth,
Yeah, you know, that's the one bad thing about the 30-27 scorecard, because it doesn't tell the story of adversity that Joshua Van had to go through in this fight.
100%. 100%.
Crazy, crazy fight. There's your boy, Robbie Lawler. I feel bad for the 2 title fights now. You got to follow that?
Yeah. No, really. Yeah. Pantoja is like, what am I going to do? Protest over there. All right. I like that, Oldberg. That was awesome. What a fight, though. What a fight.
I'm a little bit tired now, Jens. That took it out of me.
Yeah, that one took it out of me.
Yeah.
That one hurt.
Was your resting heart rate through that one like 195?
Yeah, well, it's up to I've hit 146, 148 at one point.
It actually is. Oh my God.
Yeah, I hit 148 at that moment.
You're gonna make that weight in no time with fights like that. You know.
This watch is turned on 3 times, thinking I'm working out, and my heart rate says 148. I get a little wild when I'm in the 148. I can't believe I was getting up there.
Oh.
Too dang excited. Too much fun. Way too much fun. I love messing with these guys over here. I love having this crowd. This crowd is awesome.
You know, it's awesome when we get to do this inside T-Mobile, but there's something about the bar experience as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
It's a little more intimate with the energy.
It's 100%. I love it. I love it. Oh, that fight was crazy.
I mean, we can go out and write the bonus check in pencil already for those 2, right? Like,
no, that's.
I mean, if somehow one of these 2 fights beat that out for fight of the night,
it's an impossibility.
Yeah, it's never not happening.
Impossibility. Van the man. Van, my new favorite fighter. No, Pigeon. I told you, man. He's.
I mean, it's kind of weird. I feel like Pantoja and Kaikara France are now sitting there going like, I got to prove myself to go fight Josh Van. After that fight, you know?
I know, yeah, I was running amok, you know what I mean? Am I in the T-Mobile Arena? No, where are we at? What's this?
Tom's Watch Bar.
Tom's Watch Bar.
Inside New York, New York, right across the street.
Inside New York, yeah. So we just been tearing that up. What? Oh, yeah? I'm in. How's everybody doing?
Black Belt Mike's here.
How you doing? Good.
Throw that headset on real quick, Mike. Does that work? Hey, no, it doesn't. That one?
All right,
there we
go.
Mike, you've called some Joshua Van fights.
I have. I've called all the way from his amateur career when he first started. He was our bantamweight champion in Fury Fighting Championships, and then I called all of his pro fights all the way up until he got signed to the UFC. I mean, he has lost 1 fight against Devin Jackson. Devin was a high-level wrestler. Josh really wanted that fight back and wasn't able to get it. That's the only, before the UFC, that's the only. That's the only blemish on his record, but man, he is a forward-moving, just unbelievable. We were outside watching it, and I was screaming, and everybody's like, how much money did you win? I was like, I need money.
Yeah. Well, I think your guy's going to find himself in a title fight next time out.
Oh, man, that's amazing. His trajectory, I started doing commentary in 2021, TJ.
Yeah.
From 2021 until now, he's fighting for the belt.
Yeah.
From amateur to fighting for the belt in the UFC in 4 years, basically.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
23 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's a true professional, and he's knocking down the door of whoever wins this fight.
Yeah, man, I love that kid, too. He is one of the nicest, sweetest kids on the planet, man. Made me so happy out there. I screamed as loud as I possibly could whenever they raised his hand.
I love you got the tears in the eyes. I'm just a fan of his, and I love it. It's incredible.
You talk about his rise a little bit here. That's what the UFC Fight Pass experience is all about as well, because with live events like Fury FC, you get to see these guys go from prospects all the way up to the UFC, shine there, and like Joshua's entire career lives on Fight Pass, and we're going to see him fight for a title.
Yeah, and that's unbelievable. We saw Jacoby Smith earlier.
Yeah.
Jacoby, I thought you guys have fighters coming. Yeah. You got phenomenal fighters.
Oklahoma State wrestler, and just, man, I was so happy for him earlier. But, man, it seems like every card now we're having somebody from Fury that, came up through the system. And and it's the Fight Pass system, and there's just nothing better than if you're on Fight Pass, there is a ton of eyes on you, and if you're winning there at those promotions, that is your ticket to the next level. You get one of those belts, that's the golden ticket.
Yeah, I've said to Eric and Richard, the future is Forged in Fury, and it really is. And that's kind of their tagline that they have. And man, I mean,
the pressure's got to be, not to cut you off. I want to fight in Fury FC, and it's like they know, like how intense it gets now. It's like they know this is a good stepping stone. This is a phenomenal place. Is that happening now? People are calling like, I want to get on this card. I know that Fury FC is like, this is the gateway. It's one of the best ways to get there.
Jens, you should see our roster, man. It is unbelievable. I cannot tell you how many 7-0, 8-0 guys have come from other promotions, come over there. They've been running through people. They get to Fury, they get to Cage Warriors, they get to Tough Enough, they get to those kind of promotions. And man, they're just like, man, I am not ready for this level of competition. And we even, I've talked to Richard Burmaster, the matchmaker, and he's told us several times, man, we got a 4-0 prospect that's over here, and his manager said, man, he's not ready for that Fury roster yet, especially in our lower divisions. 155, down to 125. It's amazing. We probably got 5 guys in each of those divisions that are right on the edge.
I can't wait.
Right on the edge.
I'm so excited. And then again, it's awesome to be able to watch on on Fight Pass, having every weekend. It's because I always do everything we do is all the weekends. We're streaming from Fight Pass. Fury FC's on there. We're trying to pop in for a minute. I would love to stay longer and commentate while we're doing the live stream, but God, the fights are incredible. You guys, the shows are awesome. And then see again, man to man. I'm so happy for him. It's gotta be awesome. It's gotta be awesome to see him come from there. There's so many that do, but I love that kid. It's just that fight tonight was. Oh, I'm stunned.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, Mike, I feel bad for the championship fights that have to follow that,
Yeah, that is a typical Josh Van fight also. He's got a good ground game. He's submitted some people, but he does not want to go to the ground. He'll take some to give some, a lot like you, Jens.
Yes, sir.
He will take some to give some, and his just seem to have a little bit more pop on him than most of those guys at that 135 division. It's pretty amazing.
I do love it. Now I said it. So hopefully he gets cleaned up enough. Do you think they bring him back in after this fight?
If anybody deserves it, it's Joshua Van. So
100%. I love it. Oh my Lord. So now we got Kai Carter-France. Can he get it done? I don't know. I think Pantoja is just a full. He's just a full Monty when it comes to just styles.
Man, he is one of the most complete fighters on this roster.
Yeah.
Good ground game, good wrestling, great striking, hits hard. Pantoja has proven to be extremely hard to beat.
Yeah, and I think scrambles paid a lot dividends for him in the Brandon Moreno fight. You can't allow Pantoja to start fighting his style of fight because once he gets out in front, he doesn't take a step back.
Yeah, and he has both kinds. He's got a lot of finesse. He'll also plant his feet and just start throwing down with you. And usually, that can turn out either way in most cases. But usually, man, he's come up on top so many times. It's hard to bet against him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Kai Car-France, they have tangled before. It was on the Ultimate Fighter. It was a 2-round decision that Pantoja won. Obviously, that was a few years ago. We'll see what happens tonight. But
you got to hold on to something like that. It win a decision. Right. I've come a long way. I've become a little different. I'm a different fighter now. Obviously, he's hungry. He wants the belt. Pantoja's is on a different level right now. It's ridiculous. But hopefully he shuts me up. Kai Carter-France can go out there and, get after him.
I was actually surprised that this fight was as close as it was in the odds. Let me take a look at them real quick here. Looking at Pantoja as minus 265 favorite. No disrespect to Kai, but with the win that Pantoja already has, I expected him to be north of that 3-1 dog, or 3-1 favorite. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's got to be based on what Carter-France has done since then.
Sure.
He has just knocked some lights out.
Oh, yeah.
And, the thing about these 135 divisions, as you know, Jens, these lower divisions, man, it is hard to see knockout artists, and we're seeing more and more of them here in the UFC, where they're getting knockouts.
Yeah, 100%. He's got 12 wins by knockout, second most knockdowns in UFC Flyweight history with 8, and that's the one thing that he's really starting to tear that up. So I think I don't like to say it, but is he going to be like, he could knock him out.
He could.
You know what I mean?
He could.
He could knock him out, and I can see that. But I just don't know if Pantoja's ready to give up that belt. But again, either way, I'm just stuck going, there's Joshua Van Der Man just waiting. Just, I love it.
And, you know, talking about Pantoja, too, he has the pride of a champion. He's talked about, you know, being the leader of this division. This is a division that they contemplated getting rid of, 125, you know, and the fact that you have a dominant champion like that, now we're getting more established contenders, the division's better for it, and we'll see if the king can reign supreme and defend his crown.
Now, one thing real quick, and I like this question by Joe. In y'all's opinion, who's, I mean, the better fighter mold when training, like the guys with the try or the guys with the talent?
Well, I would go with try.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen talent many, many times where it's gone wasted.
Yeah.
And I think that's happened more times than the guy who try and keep trying and keep coming, than they have lost. And so those guys who try and those guys who never quit, I think those guys are usually the guys that end up somewhere near the top.
And there are some guys, too, that just for whatever reason in the gym, they don't perform that well, but on fight night, they overachieve.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Oh, my man's got the glasses coming out. All right, I love it.
Okay, that's the biggest mug of beer I've
That
ever
is like
seen.
I thought that thing literally said something like Thor on it, like a Thor beer.
When I asked for a Modelo, I was not expecting this.
Yeah.
That is like a thirsty 2-ouncer. Good Lord.
You got to use two hands.
Yeah,
Look at that
100%.
thing. You got to use 2 hands to drink this thing.
That's more beer than I've
that's
ever drank in my
awesome.
entire life, I will tell you that.
I know. And TJ, you look great, by the way,
Thank
man.
you.
Every time I
Appreciate
see
that.
you, you're disappearing more and
I'm
more.
telling you, I
Trying.
love him.
Trying.
He's got to wait, gets down a little bit before he can then one-handed at some point or something. I love it. All right. Oh, man. All right.
Any predictions, Mike, on this fight?
Man, I think Pantoja has more ways he can win this fight, and I just think that's going to reign supreme here. I just, you know, Car France, Jens, like you said, I think if he catches him and he catches him right, I think he can knock him out. I just think there's more ways for Pantoja to win, and, you know, if I was a betting man, that's where I'd put my money.
Jens, your thoughts?
Not the same. I'm just having a hard time, and he can shut me up and prove me wrong. I just can't see Carter France. I mean, as mad as he gets and as fired up as he gets, he got the UFC Flyweight champion tied in the longest active win streak in UFC Flyweight division with 7, tied most wins 13, finished 7th UFC Flyweight history. And I just don't see what Carter France can do to him.
But
I'm just having a hard time. I don't know, chat, you let me know, but I just don't see what it is. I see a lot of, and I've always he gets fired up. Someone's got to convince himself to be as angry as he is, Carter France. I know it's kind of it's a style and stuff like that, but I don't see it.
There's something to be said about momentum as well, and there's a lot of momentum.
There's the word, yeah. I don't want to cut you off, but there is something to see about that, right?
Absolutely. I mean, his last win over Asakura was incredibly impressive. See what he can do. I like the style of Pantoja that's coming out as well. Wearing the shades, he got some of the cool custom shorts on.
Give himself a little cockiness. Again, you're the champ. You got to wear it a little bit, right? Like you got to do it. You can't be that humble. You got to embrace it. Like, I'm the best. I got to prove a point. You see what I mean? With the mean face and always angry. I get it. I see it. But inside, see, he's just like, it's more like he's business. One's angry, one's business, you know? But I'm surprised with the 5'5", the 5-inch. He got the 1-inch reach advantage, but he's down.
Yeah.
You know, 6.5-inch reach to Carter France 69. Now, when you are starting to throw those overhands and crack the way that Kai can, you know, that little bit of reach helps. Volkanovski in the back. I see protest in the Bulls jersey. I love that kid protest. Such a mean, he's so mean fighter that is. All right, Kai. See,
I'm scared of his face.
That's what I mean. It's a heck of a,
Yeah, he's adopted that New Zealand style.
Yeah.
You know, that Tongan culture.
Yeah.
You know, you saw him pulling the ponytail back that he doesn't actually have, but he's pulling it back, sticking his tongue out. I love it.
Look at Pantoja, though. He's looking business. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Is it good to be that mad when you're fighting? Like, he looks so pissed off.
Jens, I've said this many times, and you can tell me if I'm correct here, but the art to fighting, to me, and winning is the art of being mean without being mad.
Right.
And
I love it.
If you can be mean, the meanest man on earth without being mad, I think that keeps your wits about you, and I think that's what makes you a championship
That's
fighter.
everything. Hey, you wrestlers better have heard this. Being mean is better than being mad. Being mean is okay. Being mad is bad, but being mean on the mat. Oh, my wrestlers are right behind us.
That's right.
Yeah, my high school wrestlers are here hanging out with us.
So
I like it.
is
Be
he
mean,
mean or
not
mad?
mad.
We'll see here in a minute.
We'll find
guess.
out. We'll
Whatever
find
he
out.
is, he's entertaining. That's for sure.
It is funny. I like that. Mean, not mad. That's exactly what it is.
Sage
You know what I
advice
mean?
from Black Belt Mike. I like it. You need to put that on a t-shirt. Me
Yeah.
not mad.
Oh, that's yeah, 100%. These kids, I want them to just be mean, not mad. That's what I've been trying to convince my son. He's like, you gotta just punish him. You gotta just push him harder. You gotta get mean. That's it. You gotta be mean, not mad.
You just
Oh,
you just vocalize the secrets to the universe for Jen
I know,
Walker.
honey, you just put it all together. That's why I'm looking back at the wrestlers yelling at Real McQuarrie. Where are we watching from? What is it,
Tom's Watch Bar.
Tom's Watch Bar, New York. It's, oh my God.
Home
Yep.
of the
It
gallon-sized
says
mug
right
beer.
there. I can't even.
Yeah.
I don't even look up.
I
I'm
didn't
so
even see
into
that.
this. I didn't even see that. Yeah. Tom's Watch Bar.
Stare down now. Herb Dean getting the assignment for this undisputed flyweight championship bout.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever think about Pantoja right now? All right, shut me up, car friends. Shut me up. You know, you see it. How could you be yawning back there? You got this fight coming. After the fight that just happened, how can you go out maybe? Adrenaline dump. I'll give it to him.
We are underway.
Here we go, and a kick to the liver already for Pantoja. And you see how he's just attacking right off the bat. But look, with the right hand. But there it is. But he just ran through everything that Kai did. The jab to try to back him up a little bit, but he just ran at him. I love that. What do you think about that for the first minute?
Man, I thought Kai France was going to come out and be super aggressive, and it was Pantoja who was moving forward, and I think he just wanted to take it to him and be the first to strike.
This is not good for Kai France.
This is a terrible spot to be in.
Full body triangle here for
423,
Pantoja.
he's got his back with the triangle locked in. And now the one thing is if he can figure out and get himself a position where he can land some strikes, you know, to cause the damage, because Carter France is doing a good job fighting the hands. It's a bad place to be.
Is the fence hindering the movement here a little bit? Is that the enemy of either man? Now they're a little bit more back in space, but
yeah, it just only gives you one side to be able to escape from, and it happens to be his foot's on the ground. Carter France is doing everything he's supposed to do here, but this position is really, you know, puts a lot of pressure on your breathing, and you know, unfortunately, you have to let go of those hands, and you have to use your hands to get those legs apart, and you take a little bit of punishment during those
choices,
times.
right? You got to make some choices.
Yeah, that left hand going to work to the body.
He's going to try. Now you got to be careful. He doesn't flatten himself out, bellied out too much, but doing a good job. More than anything, you just can't get frustrated. As frustrated as it is, you're stuck.
Right.
And there's still 3:20 left.
Yeah.
And he's got a figure four, and he's holding on to your fighting hands. And again, you got to let go to try to move and get out of it.
I mean, Pantoja's had this back 40 seconds into the round. We're approaching 2 minutes of elapsed time.
Yeah, the secret to this is getting to an unchokeable position, and then use one hand to try to push the legs away.
Right there,
and,
a little
you know,
bit.
you got to get your hips up a little bit higher. It's really difficult because once you start making a little bit of progress, they squeeze out a little tighter, and you know it's really difficult to squeeze your hips through that knee space.
He made the adjustment right there a little bit. They got the hand. Now he's going to try to hop up on the back of.
Yeah, and they're still dry.
Yeah, there now, flatten him out
lost
right
the
there,
hook.
which we got rid of the hook, which
Arm
is a good
triangle.
job. Arm triangle situation for
this is
Pantoja. And he's already got it in nice and tight. He baited him off, but he's
stuck
kind of
in
in
that
half guard,
half.
switch it to the mount.
Oh, nicely done by Car France.
Get out of it, but now do not tell me we're going to go right back into that back position. Throw the figure 4 back in. He's doing a
Good job. Yeah,
nice job getting out of it.
Surviving is the Kiwi.
Well, now you got Pantoja again sitting there in half guard. He hasn't had the ability to really pop up and throw any strikes. I mean, that's the one thing Carl France is at least starting to push, create, try to create some space in an uneven plane, you know what I mean? To make him have to hold on to him. But Pantoja just pressuring him, waiting to get that arm back again.
Yeah, but a very dominant round. 90 seconds remain here. Pantoja in control.
Oh, nice little shoulder strike there.
Shoulder strikes.
Those just suck.
They're irritating.
Yeah, they're annoying more than anything. But, man, I think Carl France is doing the right thing here. It's a 5-round fight.
Exactly right.
Don't blow yourself out trying to get out from under Pantoja. Just try to limit the damage. You've lost round 1 unless you were to, unless they stand him up and he's able to knock him down, or, even if he took him down and spent the same amount of time on top for the rest of the round, he'd still lose the round.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. In fact, it's a championship fight. There's more time to adjust, more time to get back into it.
100%. I love that. Yeah.
I think he's doing the right thing, letting Pantoja work a little bit, not taking any damage, just staying in good positions. The last thing you want from this position, especially in the first round, is to get cut or something like that. So doing a good job of holding his arms, keeping his posture down. With 30 seconds here, he'd probably be better off just to stay here until the end of the round.
Trying to scoop that in, keeping that half guard. Arms are safe. He's in a safe spot. Just now time. A couple of shoulder shots. Beats it. Throws an elbow. I'll be curious when he gets through this round how aggressive he is in round 2. Ah, dang with the thing. I didn't know it was down there.
It's all right.
Did I pull it down again? My fault.
Jen's had the microphone in his eye.
Yeah, but I got it up there earlier and I couldn't figure out why they couldn't hear me.
You were telling
your
wrestlers.
Big time.
Mean, not mad.
Oh, yeah. Mean, not mad. I pushed that deck. See, I get too damn sidetracked, Mike. I mess around too much.
I do the same thing. And you know what? Now that I've done this, I think I'm going to take a shot and have a beer before every fight, before everything I call.
I mean, you might as well.
This makes it much easier.
All right, solid round for the champion.
Now the big thing is, what do you do? What do you do when you come back? Are you going to try not to be as aggressive? Because he kind of just tried to run at, Pantoja ran at him. So I take it back. Do you go out there, or are you going to try to be more aggressive? Because now you have that round, or like what you were talking about. It's 5 rounds. Get back, just relax. We'll let that one go. We can try to win these next 4, but get back into your game plan, whatever that was.
Well, it comes down to adjustment in high-level fights, and I don't know if Car France really did anything necessarily to learn how to adjust. He just can't let Pantoja do what he did. You know what I mean? I don't know if he necessarily made a gigantic mistake.
Look at, there he is. Bring him out. Ah!
Look at that kid.
I love him.
Barely a scratch on him.
So they showed a shot of Brandon Moreno and a shot of Joshua Van. That was almost market research a little bit to see who the crowd thinks should be next in line. Yeah. UFC's smart with what they do. Round 2 underway.
So again, the jab by then I like that. As soon as he throws that jab, Pantoja just over the top. Comes right at him.
And I think Carl France is doing the right thing. He's a lot of movement. He needs to stay out. I mean, if when Pantoja starts moving toward him, he needs to change the angle. 1-2s, change the angle. 1-2s, change the angle.
He got out of there that time quick. Pantoja threw that leg kick up there. And that's it. So now they're just sitting in the center. Same kind of thing. Carter stepping forward a little bit. Pantoja. A little too much distance for both of them. They'll work their way in there. It's not doing too bad. I just curious what Pantoja's, what he's thinking about, what he's looking at, right now. Sitting back, because he was so aggressive in the first round. I don't know if it's like maybe he's looking to counter, wants to do something that, you know what I mean, based off of what, like let him bring it to me a little bit. There he goes, throws the kick to the liver and hits him with the right hook. Look at that jab
Oh.
cross with a big hook. See, and then
Oh.
again, hasn't backing out, just chased after him. Kicked him twice in the
Yeah,
leg, hit him with
doubled
a
up on it.
combination. I think he proved it once again. Whenever he wants to be aggressive, just move forward. Look at that. Work that. Is that recent? You see this ripped Conor Francis' left side there. And right there, he tries to throw a combo in there, and Pantoja catches him with right. There it is again. Right, left, kick to the leg,
beautifully
right
done.
to a trip. He just overwhelms him.
Yeah.
And you see Conor Francis moving straight back in those, in his retreat, moving straight back. I mean, there's 25 feet in there that you can move backwards, and you hit the cage. So, you know, he fell right before the cage, but, you know, Pantoja, when he sees that he's turning his back or a little off balance, looks like he's attacking, wanting to get Conor Francis down to the ground and then get in these dominant positions and just round by round start wearing him down. Because as this goes on, he's gonna have to take some chances. Just
He's
like
gonna
he's doing here,
get
giving his
aggressive.
back.
Yeah, 100%. He's gonna try to work his way up. Pantoja's gonna try to kick his feet out, get him to sit down on the mat, take his back. Gonna try to go in there and grab that single leg. Pantoja got him in on the fence. He's gonna drive over for a double. Tried to run the pipe. There we go. Back up on his feet. Carr tries to throw a 1-2. He's got to be careful on that duck on it. Watch. If Pantoja throws a knee off that jab.
Have you noticed the way Conor Francis is throwing his combinations? He's not really committing to it. He's kind of half-hearted, not really going with that same aggression that he had in the first round, which ultimately I think led him to get tagged and taken down.
Yeah, he's a little unorthodox tonight. He's squatting down really low on those punches. It doesn't look normal for what we're used to seeing from him.
And I think that's got to be because of what Pantoja's thrown back his way.
Yeah.
Pantoja sitting back. Conor Francis, they're trying to figure out what do I got to do? What do I got to do? Pressure a little bit. Sticks out that jab. Curious how tired Pantoja is. He tries to throw a kick upstairs because he did get really aggressive in that first round a little bit. Conor Francis got the body lock. Looking to try to trip him before. No can do. Pantoja makes it to the cage. Now you got Conor just kind of holding.
Look at that body of Conor Francis.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying on that left side. He got punted. Now Pantoja's going to reverse him. Look to go grab that single.
That's disgusting looking.
Yeah, I want to see how much it grows later on. Then he fights it off. He goes, see, he goes so low. His feet got so low right there.
Yeah, the coaches undoubtedly will make some adjustments for Pantoja to take advantage of that part because, when he's squatting down like that, a hard leg kick.
Yeah.
When he's heavy on his feet like that, hard leg kick's going to do a lot of damage there.
100. I would love to see throw the hands out there and come with a knee up the middle, something, just fire the way he's level changing. But I take it back. He fired the knee right up the middle, then lands the right hand. 11. That's what he's got to do whenever Kai's coming in. He throws that jab and dips. It's cool that Pantoja noticed at least on that one. Stepping back, 10 seconds left in the round. Carr tries to go with the 1-2. Oi! Deep down the middle for Pantoja, backs him up. They're beating him up right now.
Yeah. Champion's looking good. You talk about that pressure of being a champion. Obviously it's a rise to becoming a champion, but when you become a champion, that's really in a lot of ways when the job just begins. And Pantoja has done a wonderful job at leading this division and turning out to be really one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world right now.
Look at his composure, almost like I couldn't tell if he's saving it, but he is. He's just being kind of composed and he knows his game plan. I don't think Conor Francis really giving him anything to worry about at this moment.
Yeah, so far we haven't seen anything that Conor Francis has done to maybe scare Pantoja.
Yeah, the demeanors of the two men roughly the same as it was before the fight started for Pantoja, and Kai's a little bit different.
His face is getting marked up. He's got to figure out what's happening. I think the one thing they didn't tell him is he's starting to read your dip. Whatever that you're doing, whatever that is, Pantoja's seeing it because he fired that knee right up the pipe a minute ago. He sees what you're doing.
Look how relaxed he is.
Yeah,
that's what I
Pantoja's
mean.
not even sweating.
It's
No.
crazy. It's crazy. I thought, was he conserving his energy? No, he's in great shape.
125 pounds of cardio machine from
I
both
love
of these
it.
guys.
Then he runs straight at him.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at the jab chasing after him, walking him down. Look, he's got the blood coming out the nose of Kai
yeah.
Carter. He just bullying him. And there's it. Carter tries to throw right and that dip underneath. It gets him, tries to go with an overhand throw, but Royval, Pantoja takes his back, puts him up against the fence. He's just owning him, just running at him, forcing him to fight.
Yeah, he's got that broomstick here. He's gonna kind of lean his weight over there, puts a lot of pressure on the knee and almost makes you collapse to the ground.
It's cool if you can kick off the cage. You see some of them try to kick off the cage a little bit, kick those feet out. There you go. Now he's gonna be able to take his back. Has the back, but we want to try to sit him down inside your lap there. There it is, and then throw the leg over, and here we are. We're back to that figure four around the body with 4 minutes left. Round one, repeat.
Yeah, absolutely. Pantoja is a hunter of the back, and a lot of times he gets the back, he takes the neck. We'll see if Kai can survive once again. A lot of time left in the round.
You know, a situation like this, what do you got to do if you're Pantoja to get that neck? You know, I've got to try to find spots where you can throw some punches. You know what I mean? I get it. He's holding on to you. He's trying to cover up those hands.
But I like that Pantoja doesn't rush when he's on the back. He doesn't lose it because he's trying to hunt
Now
for
he
something.
got an elbow in it. Oh, he got it in. Now he's got it even tighter. He's trying to fight the hands. He's going to be able to tuck it. It's underneath the chin. He's got to get that hand tucked. He's going to try to tuck it underneath. He's going to try to short choke it. Short choke it. He needs to just let go of it, grab the hand. Just now switch palm to palm.
There it is.
Oh, look at it. Like I said, he bullied him. There was nothing he was going to be able to do to him. I think he made a statement to man-to-man, maybe.
Yeah, that's man, that is a dominant performance.
That was quite impressive, and there was nothing. And I'm saying there was nothing that Carter fans could do to him. Nothing.
I mean, let me ask you guys, looking at Pantoja's performance tonight, very dominant throughout. Islam Makhachev is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Are we looking at a guy that could potentially take that spot with his performance?
Man, if he keeps finishing guys like that, and I mean, I don't know if he takes the pound-for-pound spot. I think it'll depend on Islam's next fight.
Right.
And so, if Islam came out, had a lackluster performance, which I can't imagine,
right.
But if that were to happen, I mean, I guess you know, somebody could take the pound-for-pound spot, but
it's hard for a 125-pound
I
man
was going
to
to say,
claim that
it's just
spot.
tough, right?
Yeah,
Because we're fighting the same people over and over and over, so to speak, you know, and that's where the one issue is, but that's why I love we get a Joshua man-to-man in there. I always call him man-to-man. I can't help it. He's going to be like, stop calling me that or something.
Well, he's got to be the man tonight. I mean, you think they bring him in here? You think that? I mean, he's octagon side after being the last fight. I got a feeling that's for a reason.
No, 100%. But it was just, like I said, it's nothing against Kai Carter France, but he had nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No.
Now you think about with Joshua Van, what? Other than I think with the boxing and his style of fighting, the way that he fights, because Pantoja really ran out there, just ran him over.
Yeah.
And he ran straight at him and forced him to fight his fight instantly. I think Van know with those hooks. That's all I can say. And he's 23 years old.
Yeah,
he can't help it but be a badass.
Van's going to try to make that fight dirty for sure. He's going to try to, you know, it's going to be a dog fight, and you know, Van is going to try to keep it on the feet as much as he can. You know, he's gonna you know, defend his wrestling, and try to keep this on the feet, because I think that's his best chance to win. Also, Pantoja's just so good,
I like it,
man.
Jeremiah. But Van is getting choked out. Heck, he is not. Jeremiah. Well, I'm saying no, but. Nice job, though, for Pantoja. That was a heck of a fight.
Oh, yeah, we still got the main event.
Yeah.
That's still coming.
All right. Another jewel in the belt. Another jewel.
Yeah. And TJ, to answer your question, the way I always look at those pound-for-pound rankings is I take the fighter and put him at the #1 guy's weight.
Right.
And so if John Jones was the #1 pound for pound, and we put Pantoja at 205 pounds,
right?
Man, can you even imagine that?
No.
God.
Could you imagine a 205-pound Mighty Mouse?
That's crazy to think about.
Awesome. That'd be awesome.
Pantoja talking to Joe Rogan now.
Most wins UFC flyweight. Tied second most title wins in UFC flyweight history with 5. Demetrius Johnson, 12.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of
Yeah.
catching
12.
up. That's a lot of
You know,
catching up.
Pantoja will have to fight until he's 50 years old to catch Mighty Mouse, I think.
Oh, it's crazy.
But he might. If he keeps putting on
If he
performance, he's
keeps
35
going
now.
100%.
What's another 15 years?
2-5. This, like I said, he just ran straight at him, kicking, punching, just dominated him, bullied him.
That was the class of the champion and the confidence on display by Alexandre Pantoja.
We did have a 205-pound Mighty Mouse, DC. All right, touche.
Yeah.
Touche, Bradshaw, touche.
Yeah, but DC never threw a man up in the air and put him in an armbar before he hit the ground.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Although he did dump Dan Henderson on his head.
And Alexander Gustafsson.
There you go.
Yeah, what he did to Hendo was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting there waiting if he walks in.
Oh, man, I hope so. And, man, what a moment for Josh.
Crowd, yeah.
He just bought his mom a house.
I know, I love
mean,
that. Read about
God,
that.
this kid is just such
Read
a good
about
kid,
that.
man. He didn't buy a car. He didn't buy something for himself.
There he is.
He bought his mom something. That's a good kid right there.
I mean, I'm telling you, I don't recall the last time a guy fought and was octagon side for the next fight.
Here he comes. Here he comes, man, the man.
That's
Let's
exactly
go.
it.
He's wearing the GT500 shirt. He may buy himself a Mustang after this one.
Look at the size of him. Look at the size of him. They need this. They need to build this up. I would love to see it for the 25ers. Just we need this. Need this. That's badass, man to man.
What a moment for these guys.
Yeah, that is cool. It gets real. Look, it got real. They got real quick when they stared at each other.
Yeah, let me tell you something about Josh Van, too. He would take that fight in 3 weeks if
I probably will. That's what I was going to say.
Yes,
100%. That's why the first thing I said, I was like, all right, give it a month, take a month off, and then you can go fight for the title.
UFC 319, here we come, baby.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, now we got the 155-pound division to toil with here in a minute. Most finishes in UFC flyweight history, 8 passes Demetrius Johnson and Figueiredo with the finishes. Oh, I like that. I like that. Fury Fleming, no, not yet. Do they have a? So do we have a video for the?
We do.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we do.
If you win.
Yeah.
All right. Denise Gong, Theo Vaughn. All right.
Theo Vaughn and Max Crosby there. All right. Always on International Fight Week.
There he was.
Oh, the phenom. Vitor Belfort in attendance. Patty the Batty.
Patty Pimblett with his 190-pound
There's
self.
this. I like this heavyweight. The new, he's the champ now.
Undisputed.
Yeah. I like Aspinall. He's something. Who's gonna fight first?
That's a great question.
Cyril?
That was the one that was being talked about. I don't hate it.
I don't either.
I mean, they're gonna have to fight eventually, anyways.
Yeah.
And you know, Cyril's at the top of the heap. So why not get that fight over with and see who's the best, and then kind of go from there. I think it's Cyril, and then I think it's a kind of a 5 or 6 guys that are kind of right there below Cyril that could contend for it.
Oh, let's see what happens, chat. What are y'all thinking? Oi! Huh? Tom versus Francis. Everybody keeps saying Francis, but what's Francis like doing? Everybody's like,
Yeah,
Francis.
I don't think it's Francis.
I don't think it's Francis either, but they always say what they want to do, so we have to find out. But I think now, like I said, don't count it out. Finished 31-35 wins, 10 knockouts, 21 submissions.
So many
for Charles
submissions.
Oliveira. Yeah, it's just. It is.
31 of his 35 wins have come by way of stoppage. That is incredibly impressive at this level.
Yeah, Charles Oliveira is just a stud in as many categories as you could put him in at the top. He is in every one of them.
All the categories.
Yeah, he's such a great human being, unbelievable striker. Of course, his jiu-jitsu is amazing, good wrestling. Charles Oliveira is the man.
I like that. Jonathan Almeida. Now that's, you know how big, but the thing is what, you know how big Aspinall is? Almeida fight can do 205. He's the reason why we need that 225-pound division.
Yeah.
I really want to get rid of 265 and just let it be heavyweight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Aspinall's so big, I don't know. Well, Almeida could get up there probably 240 pounds or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm caught up on the slap right now, Chad. I'm staring at the slap.
Have you been to one of their events yet, TJ?
I've not, no.
Man, the crowd is amazing at Power Slap.
Is it?
Yeah, and I every time they slap each other, I giggle. It never fails. Every single time they slap each other, I giggle.
I mean, I'll tell you, I can't ever scroll past it when it comes up on my feed.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah. All right, he's about to slap him. Let me see what happens.
You have to
it's
watch.
Amazing.
You have to watch.
Oh, we're actually seeing rebirth now. Okay, there really is.
How did they get rebirth?
How did they get rebirth? One of the first ones in the 90s, like Jurassic, is still going. We need something.
What scares me is they're going to actually bring back a dinosaur or something in the near future.
Man,
with
I hope so.
technology,
That would be awesome.
Heck yeah.
Okay, you are going to be the one that gets eaten, and I'm going to be safe at home.
Yeah. I'm like, can I pet it?
No, look, people are going to try to pet it, they're going to try to hunt him, you know?
Ugh.
Everybody try to hunt him down. Minus 425, 16-0. It's crazy. 16 fights, and he's coming up a weight, fighting against the man. Why is everybody else? How is he not the favorite? What are they seeing? What are people seeing in Oliveira or in Topuria?
You know, we got to play a video.
Oh, by the way, you know what? You'll find out because we have a video and we're going to talk about it afterwards.
Through the crossfire of warriors emerged the flag of Spain.
Ilia Topuria, I think this guy's one of the best fighters alive.
Oh, no!
And along with it, the very torch of a new generation.
The sky is the limit for this guy. It really is.
Oh, wow!
It's all over.
The walk-off KO for Ilia Topuria.
El Matador, a new brand of fierceness the likes of which we've never seen. An indomitable star who conquered the featherweight division's best.
The first man to knock out Max Holloway.
Now heeding his own call to greatness. A move up to lightweight to win a second title and to rule a new class of men.
I know that I'm the best fighter in the world in the featherweight or in the lightweight division. I know that I'm one of the greatest of all time.
Tonight, the crown jewel of International Fight Week goes down in the epicenter of the fight world, Las Vegas, Nevada, with 2 title fights, and a Brazilian legend is here to remind everyone
Who's gonna be the king? Charles Oliveira!
who has authored the UFC's record books with the most finishes in UFC history.
Chandler is down! He's out!
The most submissions.
He's got the choke. It's over. It's over.
And the most bonuses earned.
Go tell it on the mountain.
History runs right through the heart of the Bronx. first, the flyweight title is up for grabs, and this Brazilian king has a stronghold on his divisional reign. Already with the most wins and finishes in flyweight history,
He's going to go out.
He is out, and still!
he's seeking a 4th straight title defense, and to tap into the pantheon of greats. Come feeding time, the cannibal needs to eat. Answering the call is a bona fide finisher in his own right, a New Zealand brawler with nuclear hands, and a heaping head of steam to bring back the title to Auckland. It's a global affair as International Fight Week rolls on. The battle flags are waving, the war cries have gone up, and undisputed gold is on the line. It's the most sublime submission artist of all time against an undefeated superstar who has one of the longest win streaks in the UFC, turning the world's eyes towards Spain as he makes his leap towards history. Live from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's UFC 317, Topuria versus Oliveira, and it starts right now.
And we're back.
You know, that's what someone said. Kai's hands failed him. I don't even know if Kai's hands even got started, and I think the biggest reason was that he didn't let it happen. You know what I mean? Pantoja didn't let Kai do anything.
Right.
He ran at him, bullied him, kicked him, pushed him to the ground, and just and there was nothing he could do to back him up. The one time he was jabbing, trying to back up, you know, and the Bronx is making his way out to the cage right now.
Let me ask you this.
Why is he wearing the...
He's just wearing rocking glasses. He's not the fight nerd glasses.
He's
but
not fighting nerd?
No.
No, but he's filming it. Oh, okay, so those are those glasses. My wife has those glasses where you're filming everything. Okay, I got it. He just needs to see. No, but he's got good. I can see it on the right side, filming that whole walkout and everything like that.
Now, I know Topuria is coming up. He's a former champion, but this isn't his weight class. Should Oliveira have been the man that walked second?
I would think so. I mean, I would have.
Did he not walk second?
No, he's walking first.
See, I just assumed this was second. I was like,
No.
we must have been talking to the first part.
No.
Yeah.
What? No.
And that does matter. I remember when
Maybe
he,
I wonder if it was in the negotiations. When
Maybe.
former UFC lightweight champion, most finishes 20, submissions 16, and performance was 20. Second most wins UFC history with 23. Charles Oliveira, who had to walk out first. I wonder if that was a deal.
I remember Heath Herring demanded that he walk second when he fought Brock Lesnar, and he got his way. It didn't help. Lesnar ran him over, but you know, there's something to be said about having to sit out there and cool down.
Yeah, that's a weird demand against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, there was some other things to worry about that night for Heath Herring, but
yeah, I think I would have tried to negotiate. He can only use one hand or something.
Right. It's still a hell of a hand.
Yeah, that's a lunchbox.
Dude, look at him, though. It is hard not to love this guy. Just his climb.
Oh, yeah.
How long he was in it, I love that he's what he's become. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, Charles is out first, and then we'll wait for the 145-pound champ.
Yeah, and I can't stop looking at his shorts. I'm trying to figure out what's happening on them. Another pair of custom shorts. Looks amazing.
We're seeing a lot more custom shorts. I like it. I like the personality that comes out.
I do too. I love it.
Are we hearing boos?
Topuria.
There is a lot of Oliveira fans here.
But also,
right?
Also,
I was running into an issue when I was, who you got? Topuria. What? Boo!
Topuria does rub some people the wrong way.
Oh, everybody. Well, who was just saying he was out drinking the night before?
Right. Yeah, I don't think that was true. But
yeah, he was celebrating, but I don't think he was drinking.
Right.
I think he was celebrating, and I think he was, kind of hyping himself up as,
100%. Hanging with his family, and I would
enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey, man. Get a great dinner. I made weight. I'm going to get nice and big. I got this opportunity to step up and win another belt. I'm going to make history. I mean, it's big.
They're booing in here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Joshua, what? Pay attention, gents. What, Joshua? Pay attention. Look, here's the reason why, though. It's got nothing to do with DuBronx in any facet of the way that he fights. I love the way he fights. I just want to see if he can do this. He's got this opportunity to be a 3-weight champ. I'm behind it. I like the climb. I like the idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's pushing the limits. He's not afraid to push the limits, and he's 16-0. It's hard to argue with success, and some people, yeah, they might see it as cockiness, but I do believe that there is that line between confidence and cockiness and success, and he's been that every step of the way.
You just got to have that savagery. That when you go out there, you're like you said, you're the hammer, you're the nail, dude. I'm gonna go out there and smash this guy. You have to believe that way. It has to become your mindset. It has to take over at some point.
Right.
And again, it's up to them to go out there and fight their fight, but it's also up to your opponent to back you down and beat you. You know, and I kind of, like I said, I like what Pantoja did. He ran straight at Kai caught him, straight at him. This is how you're gonna have to do it if you're gonna fight me. You know, and watch. I want to see what kind of statement will be made, but former UFC featherweight champion, undefeated. He don't even know how to lose, 16-0. 5th longest active UFC win streak, 7th lowest bottom position percentage in UFC featherweight history, 1.87%. And Jurassic World is a rebirth on July 2nd. I'm just saying. But chat, he doesn't know how to lose. So of course he's cocky.
You're like Ron Burgundy. You just read it all.
Oh, was that not supposed to?
No, I like it. You're doing your job.
Well, I always throw out there. I didn't have the 2 shots in every can,
right.
So I've been kind of hooked on the. I've been hooked on the. Look at this one.
Ilya Toporia's son there.
Yeah.
In the Versace suit. It's amazing.
With the wink and what's up, like he's good. Look at Marab sitting back there. Like, I'll go to 55 and fight somebody, or he wants to go to 45. Didn't he want to go 45 and fight him?
Marab will fight anybody.
But I thought somebody wanted to do the 45-pound deal. All right, I want to see him size up. Let's bring him to the center. I want to see how big we are today.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about the size difference there, especially the height and the reach.
He patted him on the head.
Yeah.
He patted him.
People have been making those AI things where Charles Oliveira is picking him up by the shoulders.
Is that what it was, an AI thing where he was patting him on the head? Okay, I was like, is that real? Somebody could know they were saying AI, but it was awesome. They had him patting him on the head. I'm like, that's the best thing ever. Ever. 5'7", 5'10". Oh, 155, 154 and a half, but 69-inch reach to all the way to 74. But he's a plus 330, so if there was an underdog that you were betting on,
oh, I'm sure the betting, I'm sure here at Tom's Watch Bar, and I'm sure the sports book has a ton of money on Charles Oliveira.
What's that LNH picture, Jed, you were about to elaborate earlier on Topuria can't keep this standing? I don't. If Oliveira keeps that range, keeps punches, kicks, and frustrates Topuria, will he try to start taking bad shots? And that's, again, where Oliveira will catch you in a second. You know what I mean? Composure, composure, composure throughout this. He's got to try to keep it. Because if he gets frustrated, that's one thing. DuBronx will snatch that up quick. He'll snatch you up and submit you in a second. And he's just been doing it for so long. You got a kid that's got 16 fights against a guy that's just been, you know what I mean? He's been fighting forever.
Oliveira has 21 submissions.
20. Yeah. I want a bunny hop, Bruce. It's a bunny hop. The godfather of the 155-pound division is watching his weight class be the main event of International Fight Week. That's one of the beautifulest things at all. I love it.
It's a pleasure sitting next to you for it too, Jens. This has been a phenomenal week, and what a fight to cap it off. Class. And a black belt mic appearance. Who knew?
Yeah, I know. I love it.
I was standing outside watching it through the glass, watching the Josh Van fight.
Fury FC, get in here.
I saw some UFC employees come in, and they're like, hey, come in here.
Yeah, come hang out.
I had no idea y'all were in here.
That's
no
awesome.
idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We were at the MGM. They weren't showing it, so we came over here. Finally decided to watch it through the glass, and here we are.
I love it.
I've never heard the It's Time done at a bar like that.
No, I love it. Yeah.
Buffer might sue him.
Yeah. He better embrace it.
Yeah, they owe Bruce Buffer $28 from that.
Each and every one of them.
That's right.
What if there's there's this one weird thing going in my head? What if Oliveira walked out there and like knocked him out in the first 30 seconds?
If anybody could do it, it could be old Charlie Olives here.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, there's nothing that will surprise me if it happens in this fight.
No.
If either gets knocked out, either gets submitted, I wouldn't be surprised by either one.
And that's how dynamic this lightweight division is. I still think it's the best division in all of mixed martial arts.
Oliveira is going to force a lot on him. I think he just needs to try to be like, I'm the big boy. The booing.
You know where that money is.
I'm the only one.
Yeah.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one.
You're going to get beat up in here, Jens.
Yeah, y'all better get ready. Get your hands. I got what you mean. Look what I got next to me.
I got money on
the
Jens.
wrestlers. I got my wrestlers right behind me.
I'm going to hide under the table.
Yeah.
You sort it out.
I got man-child back there, baby Brock Lesnar. If things get crazy.
Here comes your much anticipated stare down. Mark Goddard getting the main event assignment, 5-minute rounds for the undisputed UFC lightweight championship.
Movement. I want to see the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, and you know, as they're starting, I will tell you, I admire Ilia Topuria for what he does at home, for what he, hyperbaric chambers. He does all the right things to make sure that he's ready for moments like this. So you got to respect that part of any fighter who does that, not just at the gym, but when they come home, it's, it's part of their life also at home.
Kicking that calf, but there's the jab in the right hand. See, Oliveira with those keeps, keeping that distance, that's it. And he's found a home for that on that calf kick already.
Ooh. Hey.
Look at Oliveira just stalking him down, kind of like, I'll make you scramble for a minute. Boom, we're going to go in on a shot. We got a body lock. Charlie Olive's got to push up against the fence. He's got that thing in double unders.
We talk about the height and reach a lot in striking, but it can be a factor in the grappling game as well.
Big factor, especially when he has that head in the pocket like that, smashing his face up against the fence. And then this thing hits the floor in a bad way. Over on the position, good scramble.
Look at that.
Topuria ended up on top somehow with all of that.
Somebody's bleeding already also.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's Charles Oliveira that got his head.
I can't tell.
Yep, he's wiping.
There's a lot of blood.
A lot of blood on his left hand.
Yeah, it's Charles Oliveira. He's got a cut over his right eye.
Now we're going north-south.
Oh, look at this.
We got a crucifix. My bad, it's the north-south. Crucifix for Topuria. Taggart brothers are all of a sudden.
Was it a clash of heads?
No, but now we've got it.
Gotta be careful playing this leg game.
We got a heel. Topuria goes out the back door. He's trying to get out of the way. Look at Oliveira trying to hold on to that foot. Topuria is able to try to get away. Oliveira's going after him. Eats a right hand. Oh, chat. There we go. Now he's back on his feet. We're going to butt scoot a little bit for Oliveira. Good little scramble. Going to kick the legs for a minute.
All in no-key position.
And let me tell you, I spent some time with Ilia Topuria's jiu-jitsu coaches yesterday at the UFC Expo, and they are 100% confident in his ability to compete with Charles Oliveira on the ground.
Two big right hands land for, and then so there's Oliveira trying to tie with them. Two big right hands land for Topuria in there, and he's got Olive just grabbing. He hits him with an uppercut though. Charles hits him with an upper. I'm really starting to think about the jab to the belly hole. It's right there! And there he goes! Something! Boom! Jab to the belly! Pop, pop! I told you! He's gonna knock them all out. That combination jab to the belly. Boom, boom! Those hooks inside. Over. Done. Slept him. Unconscious.
Oh, man.
My heart.
Ilia Topuria is the real deal at 155 pounds.
Jens, I want to see him at 170 now.
Man.
I really do.
He's going to knock out, I told you, he's going to go after Makhachev. He's going to knock him out. That's his goal.
I mean,
dude, he didn't just knock him. He didn't just put him, he hurt him. He hurt him bad. He knocked him unconscious. He stepped in, and what happened? Those hooks. Bip, bip, boom, boom. Done. You don't hit that hard, man. He hits too hard.
I think someone just shattered glass back there because they're a little upset.
Yeah, let me tell you who's not cheering is the crowd.
Yeah.
And let me tell you who is cheering, and that's Tom's booking house.
Oh, I'm stunned.
Man.
Dude, show me the replay. 2 shots in every can. So right here, fires that jab upstairs. Oh, boom. Right hand, big right hand, left hook. Just boom, boom. That right hand don't play. You can't hit it. He hits hard.
Oh, wow.
Hard. Look at jab. And then Charles walks in. Boom.
He might be
right
the best
hand,
puncher
boom.
in MMA right now. I mean,
He's 1,000% the guy. He's the guy. Now he's going to go to 170 and chase down. I wonder if he's going to say it. Wherever you go, Makhachev, I'm going to find you.
Well, wherever Ilia Topuria goes,
Patty the Batty's going to chase him down. I like what Robert said.
I like that too, but must-see TV is Ilia Topuria. Oh, my God.
And Ilia Topuria is the perfect champion. He has got the right amount of swagger. He's got the right amount of talk. He was dancing and...
Look at Patty the Batty.
Man.
Look at Armand.
Look at Mark Coleman. He'll take him on.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
You know, that's the thing. As a champion, you don't have to be loved, but you have to make people feel. Ilia Topuria makes people feel.
Yeah. And let me tell you, nobody more than Charles Oliveira right there at the end of that round.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was feeling it in the wrong way.
Man, and I really feel for Charles Oliveira.
Ilia can be moved to #1 in the pound-for-pound list.
I mean,
probably
17-0 now. This is.
But look at what he did to Volkanovski. He's knocked them all out. He's fought Max.
Six straight knockouts in a row.
He's pretty much. How can you say no? Look at who he dropped.
He's a legend killer.
Yeah, that's exactly. Remember we were saying that he's the legend killer. Yeah, and that he's fighting these guys that are in their upper 30, but he's knocking them all. Yeah, he's knocking them all out.
And how old is Ilia?
20. Is he
26?
27, Chad?
27?
How old is Ilia? 27? 28? Bradshaw, I need you.
My God.
I have a Pride Fighting Championship T-shirt that's not old.
28 now, Sean. Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that so much. Wow. Ilia Topuria. I mean, that might be the most impressive out of all the wins. The way that you take. I mean, he did battle through adversity as well. There was a deep leg lock attempt by Charles. He had to counter grapple. He was pushed up against the fence. He comes back, and the range wasn't a factor.
Boy, Papa. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Don't. That's awesome.
I mean, Charles had double underhooks, body to body, and Ilia Topuria came out on top in that exchange.
You know what? We saw his counter grappling, but we still have so many levels of Ilia's game that we haven't really totally seen yet.
The lightweight champion. Yeah.
You want to talk about star power. Maybe he's not the most beloved champion, but Ilia Topuria might be the hottest commodity right now in mixed martial arts.
Oh,
what
no,
he's doing.
there is no. I know Patty sat there clapping his hands and doing this, but no.
Yeah, he better watch what he wishes for because,
you know,
I don't think Patty has felt what Ilia Topuria can deliver.
I don't think many people have felt what he can deliver and stay conscious. You know what I mean? His best shot puts everybody out.
10th fighter in UFC history to become champion in 2 divisions.
Man.
I love listening to him. I gotta listen to him. Yo, Smalls, appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. UFC, I'm telling you. This combination, you're gonna show the combo. Just that jab. Then here comes step back. Boom, boom. Right, left hand. And then there's 2. But just that, the right hand. Just that right.
And it was one of those knockouts where he was out before he hit the ground, too.
Yeah.
The left hand that hit him on the way down.
Boom.
Yeah, just absolutely crazy. What caused the cut, though?
Yeah, still don't know about it. We still have to go back and watch something, maybe highlighted, everything like that. But, you know, it's, oh, man, what a fight. What a fight.
What a way to cap off International Fight Week as well. It's been a phenomenal week here in Las Vegas. And, you know, these IFW cards always have something to live up to. This one lived up to it every step of the way. Yeah. This was phenomenal.
I had an absolute blast, so I guess we got to do the say the goodbyes. Or
who's the biggest winner? Who's the biggest winner? Joshua Van?
It's got to be Joshua Van.
Joshua Van is Joshua Van, the man. Look, Patty, I don't know does anybody even want to see him?
I mean, everybody wants to see Patty do anything.
But they want to see him fight him?
I mean, I do think they want to see it, but, you know, Patty's one of those guys that people either love or they want to see him lose. And so,
well, I think a lot of people want to see Ilya lose, so Patty's going to be the favorite probably in the fans' minds, but maybe not the favorite in the betting books.
Man, I don't know if anybody can pick anyone against Ilya.
So these guys have hated each other, so they've got that hatred. So
Patty the Batty in the octagon. Look, they don't look in the same weight class.
No, Patty's a light heavyweight right now, I think.
Can't hear what they're saying. Would love to.
No, but I'm sure he's insulting him because Patty's in his fat stage right now.
Yeah, he's calling him a sausage or whatever he calls people.
He's doing his fat face.
We got a shot from Ilya. And you know what? Honestly, mind games might be what a challenger needs to play with Ilya Topuria to try to get him.
Yeah. Gotta have it. So at some point, I mean, he's got to fill the time while he's doing Makachev. I like it. I love it. I'm listening to him.
What a stud, man. I love it.
I love it.
He can hardly carry the hardware there. So much
heavy.
gold.
It's heavy.
I hope there's video of the dance tonight because I want to see that. I hope it tops the one last night. Man, he deserves it. To come in here and do something like that to a legend like Charles Oliveira, I feel terrible for Charles Oliveira.
He's done it to all of them so far, which has just been insane.
Yes, and it's just it's an amazing time in our lives to be able to see people like this in the octagon.
Absolutely. All right, on the way out here, I need to do some business here. DraftKings Sportsbook, proud sponsor here of the Watch Along and Extra Rounds and all of our coverage from International Fight Week. New customers bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Use the promo code FIGHT PASS and get your bonus today. DraftKings, the crown is yours. All right, Jens Pulver.
It was fun. Do I say the goodbyes and tell them all we'll see you later. As always, I love and appreciate each and every Thank you all for coming through. We'll be back Monday, 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC. Recap the fights of fighters who fought in Saturday's pay-per-view fights. And then, of course, we'll be back next week. We got fights next week. We taking a break. We take a break. We dive right back in. Friday, fights, fighters fighting, and Saturday.
It's always.
I'm still stunned on this one. It's been an incredible International Fight Week, so
all the rows in the octagon have
I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I want to thank you both so much. Thank you so much for coming through, Mike.
Jens, thank you so much, man.
Oh, I loved it.
You're a legend. I love it. I'm so happy to be next to you, rubbing elbows with you and calling fights. It's amazing, man.
That was very cool. And, of course, TJ, you always my man. I thank you so much, as always. And Fight Pass crew, love and appreciate you all. And, of course, Tom's Watch Bar for letting us hang out. Yes, we'll see y'all next time. Y'all be real. Y'all be good. Y'all be real good. See you on Monday.